Hey guys, welcome to 10 More Minutes. I'm Chris.
Oh yeah, I should probably introduce myself. Hey everybody, I'm Sam.
Yep, first thing we're doing is going right into this game right away because I have no idea what it's going to go on. Is there a story mode into this game, guys?
We're obviously playing a mixture of Cyberpunk and Watch Dogs. That's clearly what we're doing. Oh, and a little bit of that samurai game we played a little bit ago.
Yeah. You want to do this guy?
My name, the enemy of my enemy. He's either like...
Your friend?
He's either he looks kind of like he has like a Cuban approach or like a Russian approach, and I don't know which way to go with it, like in terms of like his suaveness, like somewhere you'd go Miami Vice.
Gotcha.
Oh, he's Hades. Never mind, we're going Greek. I don't know what to do. I'm Hades. Titan group took most of my powers and destroyed my family.
Your
family. Whatever. I need fighters like you to put the end of the Titan's reign. I'm just watching Blood of Zeus.
Blood of Zeus? Ooh, delicious. Is that the blood of Zeus?
It might be the blood of Zeus. If you seek revenge, drink it.
Gulp. Drink, yeah. That's the only option. What am I supposed to do?
Thanks, Lily.
Oh, I'm drowning. Tight. Okay.
I did not know there was going to be a... I mean, I guess Abyss should have been a indicator.
How do I jump? Is there any other button to jump? What is that? That is a grenade.
But hey, everybody. Thanks, Lily. It's
Okay, I see. There we go.
It's cold again in California, and as it always does in NorCal, it's like, hey, it was warm.
I forgot I was going to write you a note that says within the first 5 minutes, Sam mentions the temperature. I was going to write a little note and hand it to you as you did it.
I mean, it's just,
and then I was going to write another one where it was an excuse.
It's currently what's happening. It wasn't so much a complaint. It's just Lily mentioned the blanket, so I was just going to...
Yeah.
I figured it was worth mentioning.
Jump down. Oh, boy. Wait, how do you... Oh, little baby Cerberus. Look at that. Jump down. Jump through is hold down. Okay, gotcha.
I mentioned current events, like the fact that, you know, all of a sudden, like, California's like, just, hey, remember, it's it never gives like a slow proceeding to it actually turning like to cold weather around here. It just flips on a dime. It's like, nope, 20 degrees cooler.
Yeah, it happened in about a day.
It literally happened in a day. It was 80 degrees and then it flipped to 60, and it's like, hey, what's the forecast gonna be?
Ooh.
60 degrees for the next 3 weeks. Like, okay, it's that time of year then.
So this character gets like a little bit of a like a close-up.
Hey, Retro.
Kind of like what happens when you're playing Metal Slug. It's almost exactly Metal Slug. Wow. With the double slash. Active item. Active items will grant you special powers. Most of them will cost crystals to use.
It's a cat.
It's a kitty. Terry the cat. There are fish bones all over the place. Active. You can't fly in the current room. Oh, I can fly in the current room? How do I fly? Right trigger? Oh!
We have a balloon.
I've got a kitty. I'm just gonna assume then that it's only this one room I'm able to fly in.
Well, Retro, that's how it works. We put up a vote and we put 4 games on there, and the winner gets to be it. So anyone that's joining us on the stream or watching the VOD of this later, check out our community posts every now and then.
Yeah.
Usually after we play a game of Twitch for a bit, we'll put up a new post and we'll be like, hey, what do you nerds want us to play? What do you want us, the nerds, to play on the channel? Like,
yeah,
so
no, that's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it.
We put it on the we put it onto the
community post on Thursday
with a schedule.
Yeah,
but it was Thursday or Friday, and I got up in there earlier.
We're here to play games that you all want to see, and this was requested first by Twally on the Discord a while back as a game to play, and we've always kind of had in the back of our mind because other people have joined in that course of like, hey, it'd be cool if you played Neon Abyss.
Can I not activate Kitty in this room at all?
Know that we do look at the thing at the Discord, so if you ever have a game that you want suggested for Twitch or for the channel, make sure to make suggestions because we do look at that and we always take that into consideration for
I can't get Kitty
what we play.
There we go. Song of Joy.
This had like 50% of the vote or
51%.
More.
The most important thing in life, I couldn't read it because the used bomb was behind it.
Yeah, Jack, Nuclear Throne has been another one. I think Nuclear will win eventually. It's always been a contender for a while. It's just one of those dealios where, hey, it may take a bit for it to win based on whatever else is being in there. But if it does well and gets a good portion of the votes, it stays on the list for a while. But if it starts getting low in the brackets, we either put it to the side or take it completely off the list.
These eggs will hatch into different pets as your adventure continues, though the process doesn't always result in a success. Okay, well, I've got different eggs.
Silver Flame 453.
Whee! Hi, friend.
Wally,
Oh, it's
Fred.
an enemy. It's an enemy. I think.
I know I saw Lily in there because I mentioned them about the blanket. Thank you, Lily. It is getting cold, so you are right on time.
That's just a teleport. I get you. Okay.
I know it's not nearly done, but I appreciate you.
Well, this is why we had 160 people vote, so 9 people could show up and watch.
Maybe a lot of people watch the VOD, but
yeah. Oh, geez.
But we also take that in consideration too. If you do vote, we do like people that
actively show up to the streams because we're doing the streams.
Yeah. So just as a reminder, if you can make it to the stream and you do vote on it, it is really appreciated.
That's just the thing. We play more games. Is there a dash button or? We play the game for the stream. If it doesn't do well on the stream, then we stop playing. It's like, oh, what happened to it? Well, technically, we thought you guys were going to be watching it.
Yeah.
We don't know how things do as VODs until much after, you know?
And usually they build
a week or so
time.
Game. Yeah,
so yeah, if you vote on something for a stream, try and show up. We also know that, hey, you know, your time is
I'm at full health.
You're at full health.
Yeah.
Your time is valuable, so we understand if you can't show up for the stream, but it will dictate in the future if we put up something else to be played on the stream. We also know that some people just show up later to the stream too.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah. I just kind of figured with 51% of the vote.
Thank you, Lynn.
Right, especially when the vote was, hey, what are we going to be streaming? Oh, it's Neon Abyss. 51% of the people wanted it. 9 people here, the same 9 that show up every time. It's like, did nobody want to watch it then? Like, what the?
Everyone gets Chris's
How do we
hopes
change
up,
this?
and then you just dash them. Me, I don't even know what we're doing, and I was taking a nap, and 2 hours ago, Chris was like, hey, you want to show up for the stream? I'm like, I don't even know what we're playing.
You want to be in this stream?
Yeah.
I
typically
think I
try
might
and
have
be
taken
here
the kitty gun
for...
if I got a second chance.
Unless something comes up, I try and be here for Sundays. Obviously not last month, but I was busy. So Chris held the fort for the 3 of us for a month.
Jumping on this is kind of weird. Come on. There we go. It's fun, and I think as I get new guns and stuff, it's going to be a little different too. I see the differences in like the heart containers, or not the heart containers, in the jumping things where some of them are bouncies and some of them are. Or does that gonna explode? What is that thing?
Probably if it hits you, it explodes.
Yeah, if I step on it or something like that. Or some of them are just step on them. I can't fly.
You can't? I figured it was...
No, it was based off of the cat, and I got rid of it a long time ago. I'm gonna go back to the other side.
I thought it was because of the balloon that you're holding.
That's what I thought too. When I pressed A to activate it, there's no special activation thing that I'm seeing.
I mean, some people would rather watch the VOD for sure, Retro, and there's nothing wrong with that. But then usually what we end up doing is, if not a ton of people show up for a stream when they voted on it for a stream,
we go play a different stream.
We play a different game because
it's like, oh, well, not a lot of people wanted to watch that. Then we can do anything for a VOD. We could do anything as a Let's Play.
Right.
Streams are different, though. You know.
Yeah. Streams are a little different. If we didn't want people showing up for the stream, we would just play whatever we want, type of deal. And we wouldn't have the automatically. Vote.
Oh, one of the eggs popped.
But also, you know, we like to be transparent with all of you because we want to let you know what our thought process is when we choose stuff for the VODs. That said,
there we go.
We're glad to be playing this.
No, this is great. I just, you know, I want it. That's also one of the reasons why we stopped playing Death Road. In lieu of, you know.
So according, Hell does have a question.
In lieu of, what do you call it? We put Spelunky in its place.
Yeah.
Because, well, viewer numbers were dwindling a little bit, so I was like, okay, well, we'll play something else then, you know?
That's one of the beauties of Twitch, is it allows us to play a bunch of games just for a little bit and not have to finish them.
Yeah.
Which is why we pick specific games specifically like a spelunky.
Oh, jeez.
It's a teddy bear that's trying to murder you.
Yeah, I see that.
But Helena says, we have Sam's moth and Chris is a Hercules beetle. What bugs would Jen and Mike be for scientific purposes? I don't know if I'd be a moth. I mean, I know that's the character that Scarecrow created for me, and I like it.
I don't know if Jen likes bugs. This little ball blocks enemy bullets. Oh, cool. It's the Hollow Knight Dream Shield.
Yeah, if I was to choose a bug, because I wouldn't choose a moth as my bug to be. It just so happened that I like the moth designs from Hollow Knight, and that was the character design that Scarecrow created, which is currently my avatar on the Discord. I've been rocking that for a few months.
I'm trying to think of what
year, I think.
I'm trying to think of what Jen would like. I'd like to probably say like a butterfly.
I'd say a butterfly for Jen.
I don't know.
I feel like that's the only bug she'd be okay with.
Little bouncy bullets at enemies. I'll text her.
Yeah.
I can ask her.
I actually really like beetles. In terms of bugs, I think beetles are cool. I've also always loved Heracross. So.
What?
Heracross is a Pokemon.
Oh, I was like, what kind of beetle is that?
He's a beetle Pokemon.
How do I open this? Is that a grenade one, guys?
Let us know how to open that one.
Can they hurt me?
I actually did a report on beetles in 6th grade. I still remember it. I chose the Hercules beetle, I believe.
The more times you jump, the more melee damage you do. Yeah!
Scary beetle.
I can text her. I can text her. 3 crystals. I've got 3 crystals.
I mean, I like drawing bugs, but I also hate bugs at the same time.
Oh, I have a currency too. Oh, I probably shouldn't have spent it unless I knew I had a bunch of currency.
I do like bees. Bees are cool as well. I mean, I hate bees and I like them at the same time.
You got anything to say, Buckaroony? Nothing?
He's too busy checking out his fancy swag.
His fancy swag wares.
Art design's cool in this game.
I like it. It feels very basic with the characters.
It's very basic, but the colors are fun.
I think it's legible.
Oh yeah,
it feels good based off of that. I can go back to the start real quick.
It's not a Hollow
because there's
Knight,
a bunch
but that's
of
okay.
There's a bunch of hearts and stuff back there.
First and foremost, a game needs to be legible.
No, definitely. I want to say Mike could probably be a beetle too. You know.
What about a roly-poly just going wherever the wind rolls?
What about making Mike one of those biting water beetles? Mike used to swim as a kid. He has a pool at his dad's house. Every time we'd go over there, we'd pretty much go swimming or go into the hot tub.
I do love beetle boys.
Oh, that hurts me? Well, that's not good.
You built up your
I built up like my demon meter thing. I don't know what that is. I think he could be like a bitey beetle thing. You know, like one of those little water bugs.
If I had to make a choice in being a bug, I would choose not to be a bug. I will tell you that.
No, I agree. But Hollow Knight style, you know.
Hollow Knight style. I mean, that's whatever
just nothing?
I mean, aren't the big artisan dude and all of them like beetle-ish?
No, everyone's a bug. So
bug.
I would say the shield, the sword arts guys.
Yeah.
I'd say, yeah. It's been a while. Sam, God of Screens.
I don't want to be God. Well, that's not untrue.
That guy's name is Sam. Oh, jeez. They come back.
Yeah, I don't have that kind of face going on.
I kind of want to throw like a grenade, like against this guy.
Yeah,
that
Chris
wasn't
has
towards me.
Played into the Gungeon. We played.
Which also didn't do well on streams for some reason. It was like, man, that's crazy because you guys decently liked it during Let's Play. So that's another reason why I was like, well, if it doesn't do good on a stream, I'd like to do it as a Let's Play. You know, for some things, this is going to be really not Let's Play style.
Yeah.
You know? But, you know, that's why I was mentioning earlier because I was like, Strange Rock and blocking me bullets. Nice. Okay. Because it's like, well, then we'll focus on doing it for those things. You know, I want to get an idea of what you guys are interested in for giving something different here with the streams. It's a hole in the world in your soul. Increase your weapon damage and rate of fire. I am assuming that last word was fire.
Yeah, the art design does kind of look like a little bit like Starbound.
Does that help out at all, Hal?
Probably not.
I'd say water beetle, the bitey water beetle bug. And probably butterfly for Jen. She's fond of monarchs because we get monarch blooms out here every now and then.
That's because butterflies are awesome.
Their little caterpillars are not. Those little bastards are eating up all my tomatoes.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're not great.
And it's not specifically like monarch ones either. It's like just like hornworms. It's like, oh yeah, these are only good for feeding to lizards and shit. Like otherwise they're just very destructive.
Like I love beetleborgs
hatching
and I
failed.
love
No.
like bugs in Pokemon, but I don't really love bugs in real life. I'm trying to think if there's any type of bug that I actually enjoy. I guess beetles are the closest. Beetles and butterflies. That's about it. I don't like grasshoppers. They get in the house and then you just have to like, how do I get rid of you?
Android's dream, when you have a shield, you can make
Then
an
I
extra
take
jump.
Tupperware and I put it on
Oh, I
top
do
of
have.
it and wait for the grasshopper to get on the other end, and then I shake it out in the garage. And then I douse the thing in liquid soap and be like, oh, get out of here.
So it looks like the ones with the spikes do damage and increase that like demon meter, maybe,
true, hell.
or that shop is just it takes 1 blood in order to get into the shop.
Well, bees terrify me because I'm always afraid they're going to sting me.
Oh yeah,
But,
like, every time.
I do think
dirty
bees
peppers.
are probably the coolest looking bug and the least
Edible root only to the dwarves in a heart container.
terrifying.
Known only to the dwarves.
Like, besides the stinger, bees actually don't look that terrifying, unlike flies, which are just like, ugh, everything about this is gross. Moths, ugh, everything about you are gross. Butterflies, like, oh, that's pretty.
What
nice
up, Lost?
colors. What up, Lost?
Okay, Twally.
Hey, Twally.
I know you were super excited for the stream.
They did have a reason. They said they were about to
No,
pass
no,
out,
they're going to do
yeah.
homework, yeah. I'm just joshing them. Because he's been asking for forever.
Yeah, well, we're happy to finally play it.
Can I? I don't have any grenades. Oh, okay.
I love the bee design, too, in Hollow Knight. I did think about when I was creating the Hollow Knight avatars what ones I wanted to use.
Oh, jeez. Did those explode?
I just felt it was too perfect to use the artisan one because he had a paintbrush.
The artist dude, yeah.
Yeah, it made too much sense.
The sword bear.
Yeah,
Little
I just
panda,
really
you
like
fires
the
2
design.
bouncy bullets at enemies automatically. Nice. Okay, this is fun. It's a lot less hectic than like a Enter the Gungeon style.
At least for now.
Well, yeah, we're early right now. But Gungeon can get super hectic right off the start.
That's true.
I can't shoot straight up, huh? All right. Can I? It says I can do a double jump. And is that a charge again? No, not enough height. Interesting.
But yeah, beetles. Anything that's a colorful bug tend to be on my
Your radar.
on my radar in terms of like animals that I enjoy to draw. Like ants are just a pain in the butt and they're creepy as hell when you zoom in.
Fun fact for anyone, no, this isn't really a spoiler or anything, but Mandalorian, the most recent episode, there was like an ant-like creature that showed up and everyone was like, oh my god, because it was practical effects. It just looks all nasty and gross. You're like, oh, it's a giant ant. What the fuck? What is going on?
Yeah, ants
And,
are terrifying.
He is a nasty boy. I don't understand quite like when my
I think
double
you
jump
just
goes
build.
off.
I think you're supposed to build up your demon meter too, or maybe not. Who knows?
Well, I think something happens when you get your demon meter up, but
Probably turns into like negative versions, or everything's
I
harder.
get like
or
a power
something.
up or something. Yeah, I used all my grenades early on. I didn't even think about that.
All guns and items are good. There is a lot of playing around and seeing what works best for you. Okay. Haven't played Gungeon in a while. That's probably really rusty. Yeah, I know that feeling, Jack. That's how I feel when I go back to any game.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's like, oh man, I should be better at this. I spent 180 hours on it. Guess not. What did I get? I got a wild monkey. This little monkey can fire bullets at enemies. I hope so. We got a bunch of little baby buddies. Look at this. I want that grenade. There we go.
Demon meter unlocks the secret room you teleport to, according to
Oh,
Lost.
when it gets full?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess you do want it.
I would think so.
But yeah, Blood of Hades.
If I have
not Blood of Hades.
stuff to spare, like HP to spare.
Yeah. Blood of Zeus is what I was saying. Blood
Yeah,
of
you said
Zeus
that earlier. What is that?
It's an animated show by the people that make Castlevania. Storytelling's fine.
Oh man, I don't have another.
But the animation it's not very smooth.
I don't have another key to unlock.
Nope.
Well, I'm not gonna waste my grenades in there then.
Yeah.
No point in there if it's just that for now.
If I had
find
to-
another key, then yeah.
If I had to recommend a series to watch, go watch Castlevania over Blood of Zeus. Not that Blood of Zeus is bad. It's just the animation is not nearly as smooth. Art direction's fine.
So it's an anime type deal then. You're saying?
Yeah, it's like it lacks a lot of in
Got a
between
key.
frames and it lacks a lot of smoothness. The
Ah,
character
that's never
design's
good.
fine. but it does a lot of pose-to-pose stuff.
Oh, okay. Is it kind of like the Dragon one, Dragon Prince?
Worse.
Worse?
It's 2D animation, so even though Dragon Prince does pose-to-pose, its poses tend to have a little bit more smoothness sometimes.
Okay.
It seems like it's very much a low-budget animation, which makes sense because it doesn't have any property behind it. The Castlevania had Castlevania swag behind it, so they could probably throw a bit more money and time at it. Whereas
Probably.
Blood of Zeus is an original story. It's just Greek mythology. It's not based. It's not based on anything
super original.
else. I mean,
it's so original. Greek
we
mythology.
haven't really had a true to Greek mythology animation that I can think of, honestly. Like, you think of Hercules, it's so not Greek mythology.
It ain't?
Based on the fact,
I'm not super well versed in that.
Well, in terms of the actual characters, how they act, Zeus acts like Zeus from Greek mythology in this Blood of Zeus. Hera is like Hera.
Okay,
from,
yeah. Again, I haven't seen the show, so
it's more true to the mythology than the Disney movie was.
I get what you're saying. I understand now. Then. Oh God, I didn't want to jump up there.
It's fine though. It's entertaining. It's voice acted really well. Characters.
Well, that's
are
a big
well
thing
written.
too. Hatched egg is empty.
Yeah.
Crap.
The only thing that just is against is the animation is just a little janky at times. You're like, ooh, this isn't that smooth, but it's also not enough to be like, I hate this. It's enough to be like, I notice it because I'm an animator.
What the hell is going on with my balls?
I don't know
they
if
ended up where I wanted.
Everybody else notices it.
Oh no, the keys. I didn't even look still.
Sock puppets that show takes the absurdity. Wait, what? Jack. Okay, hear me out.
I
Sock
got so
puppets
many
show
eggs.
that takes itself seriously despite the absurdity.
Yeah.
I mean, hasn't someone done that?
No. What sock puppet show would have taken itself seriously? I think all of them are generally goofy, silly nonsense, right?
Give me a minute to think of it, what it was.
I absolutely will not.
It's from the 60s.
Uh,
I used to watch it all the time when I was a kid. Had the sheep, and she was basically a sock puppet.
Oh, you're talking about not pork chop. What the fuck is it?
I can't remember her
God
name.
damn it!
I know, it's M something, isn't it?
Crap. The chat's gonna get it before we do.
Chat's gonna, because I don't want to look it up. I kind of want to see if they can help me figure it out.
Does this hurt me or taking shield? It's a shield, okay. But I got my meter up.
She was a white sock puppet. She had a little bit of red, and she was a sheep.
Yeah, it was.
It's from probably not the 60s, but I'd say probably 80s actually.
God damn it. Talk. God
TikTok?
of mobile. I didn't get to read it fast enough. Talk of mobile something. Oh, jeez.
Well, it does have the same TikTok color scheme.
It's this is the song that never lamb chop.
Lamb chop.
Never
Thank
ends. It goes on and on, my friend. I don't know the rest of it because honestly I probably blanked it out just for sheer will of never having to hear it again. Oh God, I don't like jumping when I press up. I want to have it on a button. I'm gonna have to change that because I keep jumping on accident and then not having a second jump ready, and it's getting me into positions where I thought I'd be safe, and I'm not. Take this, shark face! Please die before I get hit.
That's an old
again.
classic. There was also another one that I used to
Oh,
watch.
the hatching ended.
Had a
It's
blue
bad.
jay in it. Had a gopher.
Absolute
and
power. Upgrade your weapon.
an
Increase
iguana.
both your weapon or melee and weapon damage. Nice. So it
But
seems
I'm
like most of the
struggling to think.
bosses increase your damage and fire rate or increase your damage. They're like a direct power up type deal.
Huh.
Hey Pat.
Hey, Pat.
I don't have any more keys. There's nothing else really I can do on this level, I don't think. Level 3. Focus on avoiding getting hit. Duh. Memorizing monster attack patterns is one way to get further.
So, Chad, is this a roguelike?
Yeah.
So if is level 5 the last level, or is there more after that?
No, there's more after that. I think there's 9 total levels, and you fight 5 all the way up through. I think I was hearing on the reviews for it.
Okay.
Well, I do need. It says 3 out of 3 on the grenades, but also when I went down to 2, it said 2 out of 2. Can I buy a 4th grenade?
I don't know, but Jeff Snore.
I'm just a little bit short.
I was gonna say Snorscod, but yeah, that works. What's your favorite TV shows currently?
Right now, Mandalorian. I love it. I might want robot armor.
I'll watch Mandalorian when the whole season's done.
Season 2?
Yeah.
You're not the series, right?
Yeah, I've
The
seen
season.
season 1.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I'll wait till the season's done.
Seeking Bange. Ow,
So,
fucker.
8
I'd say
weeks from
Mandalorian
now-
right now is really getting me good stuff. They're only on episode 10. Wukong! Monkey King is
No,
back.
that's
He can attack
including,
enemies with his legendary stuff.
Yeah, they've only released 2 episodes of like the second season.
Yeah, and there's
Yeah.
only 8 episodes in the first season, so there's episode 10
so that's
far.
what I mean. I'll wait till all 8 episodes are released.
Yeah. Ooh, that one takes a bomb, but I don't know if the bomb can... Yeah! Yes, it also hit it. Nice. I was wondering if it had like the penetration damage to be able to blast through and get it. I didn't want to spend
That
2
sounds cool,
bombs on
Lily.
that one section. What's Lily saying? 5 bosses in total? Okay. So what? This is 2 bosses in already? I thought it was each one of these is 5 and there was like a total of like 9 total levels. Oh geez. Snow Brother! He can throw 2 snowballs which freeze enemies on death, fire a huge amount of something. Alright, I'm going into controls because it's messing me up with the up being jump. Jump. Okay, it's not gonna let me. Jump down.
Right now it's a
Jump by
left
moving
trigger.
up on the left stick off. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Let's see. Cool. Awesome. That's what I like. I like having it on a button.
Snow Bros. Now that's an old classic.
Can I not jump twice now? Did my person that lets me jump twice is gone? I'm guessing. Because I can't do it anymore now. Great. Crap! I can't get up there now then.
I started watching Queen's Gambit. That seems alright. I'm on like episode 3.
Jen's been watching that. I haven't got to watch it yet. The main actress Jen was telling me the main
Game of
actress that was in
Thrones.
Split
Oh.
is what she was saying. I haven't seen any of it, so I don't know. But
I don't even know what Split is.
she's it's the movie with it was done by God damn it, his name. She fires penetrating bullets at enemies automatically. Nice. What a twist. Fucking what's his name? Nice, you got it.
I have no idea.
M. Night Shyamalan. It was a sequel, prequel. Well, I don't know how they're going to put it because technically I don't know where it sits in the timeline. I think it's after the fact.
M. Night Shyamalan doesn't even know where it sits.
What?
M. Night Shyamalan doesn't know.
Oh, yeah, probably.
I'm not sure he's even aware that there's plots in his movie.
Crap, my hatch failed. It's somewhere in the timeline for the one where the guy's basically Superman, but his weakness is water.
Unbreakable?
Unbreakable, yeah. I almost called it like uncrackable. Unbreakable, yeah. And then there's the other one was Mr. Glass, which is the 3rd one in the series. I think they're 1, 2, and 3. You know, by order of chronological release.
Best animated game? I mean, Jeff, every game is technically animated.
No, there's live action games like what's that scary one that got the ESRB all up on them?
Unless we're talking about Night Trap. I mean,
Night Trap. Colt, God of Guns.
Unless we're talking about MOV video games, every game is animated.
What if it's not though? What if some of them are real? Like those are real live bugs in Hollow Knight.
I'll say some of the best animation in video games go to.
Oh geez, back it up.
Metal Slug, Guilty Gear Xrd.
Oh yeah.
Hollow Knight and Cuphead off the top of my head.
Oh geez, I'm in the wrong spot. Hell yeah. No, and I mean Cuphead's fucking takes high marks already.
Cuphead's pretty much at the top of the list. It's just not much. It's not much that goes higher than Cuphead. Cuphead's pretty much sitting at the top.
Top tier for animation specifically?
Yeah, specifically for animation.
Can I look at my map? I can. There was a chest. There's 2 chests back there, but I couldn't reach them and I have no keys anyway. Yeah.
Like in terms of worst animated game, I don't know.
Fucking
E.T. maybe. That's not even fair. Like they could only have
E.T.
They could only have 2 frames for characters, so that's not even really fair to that.
I'd say
we made it in 2 weeks. Like
I'd say worst animated would probably go to Piku Niku. You know, one of the newer ones. Not that they're bad, but it's definitely like limited scope. Piku Niku was fun though. That was a fucking blast. Playing that with Mike. That was another one where it'd be definitely like not a stream game, but definitely a let's play.
maybe Flappy Bird.
Flappy Bird. I mean, they've got more animation frames than E.T.
Not really. I think there's 3.
3 or 4.
Yeah, like 1, I guess. Guess that's more.
Minecraft, terrible animation. Motherfucker can't even bend over.
He bends.
He tilts. I don't know about bends. Can't
Yeah,
even
Hollow
look
Knight
down
is a
off the edge of the
documentary, Jack.
ledge. Yeah, David Attenborough had a lot to do with it. Oh, I want that, but I don't have a key. There's no point.
I mean, it's really hard to like debate whether what has worse animation in a video game. Like,
Oh God, I'm getting bit. I didn't even see
like
that
there's
damn thing.
games that are animated better, but most of the time in games, like it only relies on keyframes. So even when you go back to the classic SNES games, it's pretty easy to make the animations overall not too shabby.
Yeah.
Because you're not dealing with a ton of in between frames in general.
All the tweens. Yeah, I mean, because a lot of the stuff back then was just very limited in scope. So what the hell were you supposed to do?
High
Wouldn't call it
watermark
bad.
would be like
Mario was well animated because it was visually fucking.
It worked, yeah.
It was able to work, and they had limited scope.
I mean, it's
So I'd
almost
call that good.
yeah, it's almost
I wouldn't-
unfair to even judge animation for some old school video games because they had a lot of limitations that they had to deal with.
Oh God. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Stay
Best
away.
old school would definitely be Metal Slug.
Metal Slug's incredible. A lot of the Neo Geo stuff had really cool graphics for its time, and
Third
still they
Strike
look really
is-
good.
Third Strike Street Fighter. Third Strike's probably one of the best
Oh!
ones, along with I think it's King of Fighters 7. It's one of the old King of Fighters. Has really good animation too.
Third Strike, is that a fighting game?
Yeah, Street Fighter Third Strike.
Fucking 2 crystals, nice. I've been looking for something to spend crystals on.
Marvel vs. Capcom 2 has some great animation with it, their reuse assets,
Don't
but
have keys.
yeah, animation's hard to judge in that kind of category.
I was always fond of like cell shading.
Yeah.
Let's see the map. I can go up. I want more health, damn it. I've got HP too. I've got money too. I can spend.
Because like, are we talking about like bad animated cutscenes, or are we talking about bad game animations? Because the animation and the cutscenes for like Sonic Adventure, not that great. But the game, but the in-game animations
not
are
that
fine.
great. It's a little light.
I mean, at the time, like animating on those 3D model kits was not exactly easy, so I give them a little bit of a pass. Brand new technology, first time doing cutscenes. They tried to do a squash and stretch, but they were really limited in what they could do with their rigs at the time.
Stay back. Yeah. I mean,
technology was like on the forefront, so the stuff that they were even able to do on the Dreamcast in terms of animation, just like when they were on the Super Nintendo, was a different set of limitations.
What is that? What are you? 5 coins? Hell yeah. I'm only doing it once. Wow, did I do it? I don't have a key to unlock, but I mean, I got my coins back, I think.
I almost don't even go with worse. It's just like sometimes some people just aren't good animators, so like they do whatever they can to get the game out.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say that this game has particularly great animation. It's all right. But I wouldn't say it's bad. It's just limited.
Oh jeez. I like my little laser robot, dude. That's shooting out lasers. My little laser robo. He's pretty cool. I didn't think I'd be going down this fast in health. I really got wrecked back there.
I mean, a part of it too is a lot of people misconstrue style with animation. Animation is literally just the movement of the characters. It has nothing to do with the actual drawings themselves in a sense. You know, it's not about how the thing looks, it's how it animates. Most people are actually referring to style and they lump in animation with it when they're two separate things. Like, I don't really care for a lot of the character designs in Don Bluth animations, but the animation is really good because it's super smooth and very solid and it's doing exactly what it sets forth to do. You can also not like how something animates but still think that it's good. You could maybe want inconsistency in your animation for a specific reason, depending on what you're trying to tell with your story.
Inconsistency was really cool when they do it on a lot of stuff. It really kind of gives like a feel for if something's really frantic.
Yeah, like I don't like Fritz the Cat.
If you start breaking character models and stuff like that.
That's more of I don't like the art style of Fritz the Cat than the animation itself.
What is the bar? What am I doing here? Matt. I don't like you, Matt. Stunspin. Hidden room. Okay, so it's kind of like a skill tree type deal of what I'm unlocking for dying. It's good enough to win the prize. Heart. Some of them are helpful, some are not. Oh God, moldy heart. Might get an extra heart container when you pick it up. I don't know if I like that. Hidden room. At least one hidden room on each floor. I'm probably gonna have to use a grenade to get through it. I'll try this. I need 4 of these crystals. I guess I'm probably gonna get 1 for each level that I get through. God, that's 10.
That's new characters.
I'll
that
try
makes sense.
claw machine room. piano room. Walk around this room could create such beautiful music. Oh, you probably have to match the things in order to unlock something else. Okay. What's the bar?
Like, for instance, I think the animation's fine in Shrek the Third. I just think it's a terrible movie.
Upgrade. Oh, okay. That's the upgrade bar. I gotcha.
Well, that has to do with the storytelling.
Dance. They love it. Characters? Do we have other characters?
I mean, there's nothing wrong with rotoscoping. It's just a
Most
technique in
important mission.
animation.
He
But
starts
I'm not
with
a
grenades, though.
huge fan of it. It's one reason why I don't like Pocahontas that much. A lot of it was rotoscoped.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a seed
Most of the people that
area.
were on the team were really bummed out because they were stuck working on Pocahontas when the rest of the Disney squad was working on The Lion King. I had a teacher in animation who was stuck working on Pocahontas, and he was not exactly happy. He's like, yeah, everyone on the Pocahontas team was like, man, it looks real fun being on The Lion King right now, and here I am stuck rotoscoping shit.
Yeah, I could see it being less, like, you'd be frustrated being like, why can't I just actually challenge myself and draw instead of just tracing all day? God, there's a lot of items here.
Just there wasn't a lot to do when it came to the performances unless you were
Holy
doing
hell.
the raccoon or you were doing the hummingbird or the dog, which got like some of the more fun scenes. But if you're doing Pocahontas or John Smith, most of that stuff was rotoscoped.
Yeah. Where am I
For the
supposed
majority of it.
the hell am I supposed to go? I can't go to the office.
They wanted to make it as realistic as possible. If you go back to the original Snow White, a lot of that was also rotoscoped as well, especially with Snow White and the Prince specifically. That's why they kind of have a weird, uncanny valley feel to them at times.
I gotcha. I mean, I think it's nifty and it serves its purpose.
That's cool. I mean, I have no problem with it. Like, if people want to rotoscope stuff, go for it. The original Prince of Persia was rotoscoped.
That's really weird, Pat. I don't understand why. I guess I just jumped. I don't understand why Kai's not able to chat, and I don't know why he's unable to log into his Twitch. Wait, Kaiza and God damn it. Not Twally. Fucking. Ooh, I don't want to do that yet. Striker? Not able to log into their Twitch?
That sucks. So, Lily, rotoscoping is basically just they shoot the scene on film and they draw over. I mean, obviously,
They copy it.
there takes more skill than just that. You know, you still have to learn how to draw the character designs and make them proportionally correct to what you're doing. But for the most part, they're drawing over film in order to create a more fluid movement and give a more realistic approach. It was before 3D animation. A lot of old movies use rotoscoping for a lot of their animation to create more of a seamless feel to it and make it feel more like live action. They really pushed away from it after Snow White once the animators kind of had more of a handle on how to animate humans and decided to go with a more stylized approach. But, you know, that's when they would more started using reference as they would shoot videos of the action scenes, have an actor act them out, but then they would animate themselves using that reference. And that's a technique we've used since. Just now we, you know, shoot it on our phones or we shoot it on RC cameras or whatever, and that would just be animators acting out their scenes
So I
and
can
recording themselves.
like corrupt some of these things by shooting it.
It does feel a little bit like that, Fred. A little
No!
bit of Rogue Legacy and Gungeon
Damn
kind
it.
of combined.
I wanted to actually spend the crystals on it.
Hey, LJ.
Okay, that's interesting then. I didn't know that was a friggin' thing. What up? That sucks though. Okay, well I'll have to pay attention to that. Don't hit me, don't bite me, don't bite me, don't hit me. But yeah, they totally have the swipe attack hits almost exactly for what Metal Slug was for when he gets up close.
Oh yeah,
That
definitely.
straight slash and then the up slash.
No, it's definitely a reference to Metal Slug.
Yeah. I feel, well, I mean, like, Enter the Gungeon had a lot of references too. I feel like this took a lot of inspiration just from that even. Oh wow, the place has got a little bit crazier. We got some spikes up in here. I could probably walk through and get injured, or I can spend a key to unlock it. I'm just gonna spend a key to unlock it. And then fire away! Bomb? Nice. And I ended up getting another key and some crystals. Tight. I don't want to fight the boss yet.
I mean, that's basically the same process, Jeff. It's not really too different.
Do I just throw a grenade
remember,
at this?
Snow White was made in the, I believe, like 1930s. Might be 1929.
Special sword.
I'm not sure when the exact date for that movie is, but
Too old.
you know, rotoscoping is just a technique. It can be good, it can be bad. It really just depends on the story. The story matters way more to me than.
Oh yeah. Didn't they use rotoscoping in a lot of like the what's that castle game that we've referenced before, where you actually have to like it's quick time events basically for a lot of the stuff. Ooh God. It's like the knight in the castle and he's going to fight the Dragon's Lair, or were we calling it a different one?
Well, Sid Meier's games, like the Sid Meier's games use a lot of rotoscoping.
I haven't played them, do they?
But no, the Dragon's Lair and
I couldn't remember if it was Dragon's Lair or not.
Yeah, Dragon's Lair and Space Quest were just Don Bluth and his team animating normally.
Were they not actually doing rotoscope stuff?
I don't believe. Don Bluth just has really fluid animation. He really focuses on his in-betweens. To my opinion, I don't really love it that much. I think most of his films are over-animated and they don't know how to hold a pose for very long, but it's a style choice.
I dig it. I don't, let's see here. That was a gambling room. I'm not going to go back. I don't have much money either. I'll just get another one. McTucky? Got him. Oh, God. Oh, no. Fucking McDonald's boss. No. Don't come at me. Oh, he's dropping little, like Happy Meal toys. Oh, Jesus. I don't like this. I don't like this. You stay back. You stay away. You nasty, nasty. It's Wendy's and McDonald's. Oh, jeez. And if you kill one of them, then another one spawn. Then they power up the other one. Wow. They took that straight out of Dark Souls. With Pikachu and Snorlax. Oh, God. I'd love to be able to hit you, but you are fast, buddy. Oh, and these are the eggs. I see what we're doing here now. Oh, God, he's so fast. Well, this is kind of funny how close this is to Scourgebringer, you know?
I mean, I don't know. I haven't played Scourgebringer, so...
But I mean, like the style, like the side-scroller style, the shooting style where you're working on that arc, you know? You're going through rogue elements.
I haven't watched like anything other than like 30 seconds of Scourgebringer, so I'll take your word for it.
Level 1. Each time you try a slot machine door, you're more likely to succeed. Okay, that's good. They up the odds for you each time. Teleport. Nice, a new gun. What's this? Lullaby. Good night, sleep tight, active, get a silver egg. Oh, I don't like that. Ooh, but if it's active, I get a silver egg? What is the active button? It's A. We did it earlier. What did I just do? Need more crystals.
No worries, Lily. Appreciate it.
What the hell did I just do with all my crystals, guys?
You used them all.
Yeah, but doing what?
I have no idea.
It was right trigger, need more crystals. What did I do? Left trigger is jump. The active uses the weapon skill. Oh, did it get a silver egg? But I didn't get it. Oh, I do see I got a silver egg. Okay, I'm gonna swap back then. I thought it was A to activate it. That makes sense then. Okay, well, that clarifies. I love the little baby Cerberus. It's kind of funny how they're doing like the little callbacks to certain different things. I don't know what half of these posters are, but I'm assuming they're doing it in much of a vein of a lot of games do it, but especially more recently.
Dead Cells.
Dead Cells did it.
Yeah.
There was
Castlevania. Not Castlevania.
Was it Bloodstained? Yeah, Bloodstained did it a lot too. I think that's cool. It doesn't take too much from the game or the scenery. No. More often, you know, if they fit in appropriately, you know, it's not too shabby. I'm kind of curious. I wish I got more guns that were actually a little bit better. Is there an active on this gun? It doesn't look like there is. Oh, stay back! Hatching failed. No! Did my silver egg get hatched, or which one did this one come out of? Did you manage to see, Sam?
Did I what?
Did you manage to see where this egg came out of? What came out of
I
this?
don't even understand half this game.
You've been
to be
talking
honest.
over it, so...
I've been answering questions. All I know is you're in hell, and there's teddy bears that shoot lasers. And you had eggs, and apparently those eggs hatch into things. I don't understand a lot of what this game is about, other than I don't even know what your motivation is. You're just going through hell? Like,
I think so. I don't have a grenade to get another grenade. I think I'm getting there to defeat a bunch of gods or something. He sent me.
I mean, yeah.
He said the Titans or whatever were.
Oh, that's right. You're supposed to defeat the Titans. I guess they're the computer monitors.
Yeah, all those gods, all the guys.
I'm like an
we're
actor.
fighting.
I need to know my motivation. Who am I? Am I dead?
Hi, Space Grant. Later.
Later, Space Grant.
Strange mask. Somebody stop me. Adds extra bullets per shot and a shield. Nice.
I like that.
Couldn't make it green, huh?
I kind of like that better than the face that your green character had before.
It's a mask reference. I don't know why it's gray. See if I can use
the
the
original
teleport.
mask, I believe, in the comic books was actually gray.
Was it?
Yeah.
There, I can use the teleport there. Nice.
The mask is actually a comic book movie. Go figure.
Mm-hmm. Oh, jeez. No, don't buy these. No buy these. I heard it was vastly different, in the comic book.
It's supposed to be much darker, I believe.
Yup. That's what I heard. Can I explode that? Can I explode you, friend? I can. Tight. Oh, it's mad. It's bad. I don't like it. Yeah, it was one of the first comic book movies I ever saw.
It's
and then
good.
that and then Spawn. And,
It was the only
Spawn.
time I was really attracted to Cameron Diaz.
God, I haven't seen the movie in forever, so I didn't even realize she was
She's
in
cute
there.
in that movie.
In that movie?
Yeah. She's
That-
alright in Shrek too.
Is that head shootable? It's wiggling.
Other than that, I can't say I've been a big fan of her work.
Oh, Cammy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't recognize her for much of anything.
Wasn't she in Charlie's Angels as well?
I believe so.
Her,
I'm terrible
Lucy
with
Liu, and
I'm
Drew
terrible
Barrymore?
with actors' names. Didn't she generally act with oh god, a bunch of Adam Sandler stuff too?
Drew Barrymore's in a ton of Adam Sandler stuff.
Yeah.
She appears in at least one every decade. That's her. I
One
feel
every
like that's
decade?
a contract. I feel like it's part of her contract.
I feel
in
like it's
life.
every 3 years tops.
It's probably more, yeah.
Especially with Adam Sandler being on Netflix now
Yeah, that's true.
with all his shit.
Adam Sandler's got like what, 4 good movies?
I like Big Daddy. I think Big Daddy's pretty good. I think
Happy Gilmore.
Happy
is
Gilmore
Good.
stands up still.
Waterboy is just Happy Gilmore.
Waterboy's incredible.
But I feel like if you had to choose between the two, you choose Happy Gilmore over Waterboy. Like if you can only have one.
Yeah. Although I think it's more quotable.
Right.
Do I not? I don't have a grenade. Fuck. I was trying to figure out the distance for getting it. Well, I'll just open this up then.
If you're trying to game Ultra Kill, I can't say I have, Jeff.
Ultra kill? No, I haven't heard of it. Let's see. Is this a good distance? Probably. Right here? Nope. Okay, it still worked though. Hey, it dropped another one too. No! I pressed down and it dropped me right through the fucking floor. There we go. So there's the shop, and that could get corrupted if I shoot it, huh? That's what that purple stuff is.
How many times is Shrek gonna come up on this stream? I don't know, Jack. I don't know. It's a good question.
He's life. Ooh, a new gun. Sentinel. Fatal Dance, an extra HP, and an extra key. I think I'm gonna get a key and the Sentinel.
I think you could punch your own bullets in Bulletstorm, Jeff.
Sacrifice performance to add a tracking module. Passive hearts can be... I didn't get to read it fast enough. Tracking module? Huh. I mean, I know I just bought the shadow. I guess I'll keep it. Maybe it tracks actively when enemies are around. That might be what it do. I'm thinking that's the case.
I think you can punch your bullets in Mega Bite Punch, too.
I don't know what that is.
It's a small indie game. I played it a couple of years ago. It's pretty
Daniel! God of gambling.
solid.
Okay, so they do home. That's tight.
Cool bosses, but weird name design choices.
Yeah, I think they
they're
might have
not-
just been named after Kickstarters or friends
I
or
was about to
something,
say,
maybe.
'cause why is the Titan named Daniel and Sam? Those
I
aren't very,
don't know. Am I doing something with this card here? Oh, cheesers!
I feel like those names wouldn't be something you would call people who were born along the Atlantic.
The Roman era type stuff.
Oh, Greek era, but
Yeah. What is this? What is this? Soul flask. You hear whispers within the bottle. Add a heart container and recover some hearts. Nice. I needed that. I think
Ultra
all
Kills
of mine
early
are needing.
access. So in other words, Jack, I'll play it 5 years from now.
Oh God. It's an FPS. Oh, you know what? I
Early
think I might have
access.
seen it.
Yeah.
I think I might have seen it then. Please, 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 please. Yeah! Woohoo! Uh-oh. Watch out for those bombs. Start is A to grab. Okay. Yeah! No, did I not? I did press A.
Hey, move your...
What
you have
the
to
fuck?
run. You have to run in towards the machine.
Oh, I did. It just didn't move me in right away. That's weird. Okay, I see. Oh, I only get one shot at this.
Yeah, probably close to 3 years, Jack.
Okay.
I'd like to say that most games are better about getting to early access sooner now
Does it just...
and out of it, but honestly...
there? What? Oh, it's okay. Well, that was the only chance I got to play on it. That one's gonna take some getting used to. Oh, you know what game was great during early access?
I think I know what you're going to say,
No.
but I almost don't want to say it because it hurts my
No.
soul.
You definitely don't want to say it.
Yeah, because nobody watched it.
Can anyone make a guess? It's one of the more recently played games that we played on the
I
channel.
thought we were playing it today, but I would miscommunicated that heavily. But it's fine.
Failed.
I'm okay with playing with this.
I mean, we didn't put it on the poll or anything.
No,
either,
I know.
so.
That's why I said I miscommunicated. You did exactly what you said you were doing. I just completely did not communicate my portion of it. But
Well, nobody
let us
watched
play
the VOD either, so...
Yeah.
Another reason why I mentioned it. Ooh, okay, the barrel can kill enemies. Grabber. He collects coins and has a chance to give you random pickups. On death, drop something. I didn't get to... Man, these go by really fast.
I mean,
see
just
why.
like Hades, every early access game, I'll just play it when it's finished.
Ugh. Maybe not every early access
That game is really, really good. I know
Yeah.
you don't like the Epic Store bullshit, but the game itself is really good.
Well, I'm glad for Supergiant. This homing stuff is cool. It's not the most powerful, but it feels good. I like the way that it homes when I'm learning the game too. Yep, you're right, Fred. It's Rogue Legacy.
Yeah, I ended up playing it LJ over on my Switch. I just finished it the other day. Really, really good game.
You finally beat the last 8 times, or the 2 that you needed?
I did. I finished the 10 runs or whatever
Yeah.
it took. It was really good.
That's good.
Once I got past dying, I ended up getting like 4 runs in a row and then 5 runs in a row and kind of knuckled through it.
Yeah. Ooh, special key, infinite key. We have this key. You can unlock anything for free. Expires at the end of the current level. Okay.
I
well,
really
I won't
like
be
it
fighting
too,
the boss
Lily.
then.
But not enough people watched it, so I'll just play it on my own once it's fully released.
Wizard Sword. Each time you kill an enemy in melee damage is a chance to receive extra crystals. Nice. I like this room. I like the neon. I love the idea of neon. Did you hear that neon is dying and it was like the last bastion for it was in Japan. Now it's dying there too because it's not really that great to keep
What are you
going.
talking about? Have you not seen what Corsair's line has neon all in its cases all the time?
Ugh, yeah, neon.
RGB is the new neon.
Ugh, I don't like the... Neon's got such like a warm glow. It feels so good.
Am I wrong though?
No, neon is actual like gas. Like neon gas.
I know. It's a very specific
No, I know what
thing.
you're saying. Yeah, definitely, you're right.
But the aesthetic appeal is definitely not
Oh, my hatch.
going away. But yeah, no, it's
No,
kind
but
of
the actual appeal of like neon
appeal of
lights with the
neon
gas
signs,
inside.
signs,
I think
yeah.
it's neon, or is it xenon, or is it? I don't know if they typically make it with neon anymore. You know?
yeah, I don't know.
Because it's such an old kind of craft to be able to bend
It's probably
that
not great
glass
for the
into it.
planet, so it's probably a good idea.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying too is like
No, I
people
mean,
are moving
neon
away,
signs
and
are
it's kind of a
fun.
shame because they look so good.
They
you
give
know?
that 60s vibe.
Oh yeah! Got it. And there's another chest inside? Please don't tell me there's mimics in this fucking game.
It's all good, hell.
Have you seen the Japanese trucker semi trucks that are super neon? And I don't know the terminology for them.
I mean, I've been to Disneyland. I've seen that parade.
No, that's basically what it looks like with the Japanese semi-trucks. I forget what they're called, but they look incredible, and they make it basically like a circus light show for their trucks, and they take super pride.
I mean, there's always probably gonna be places that will make
stuff
like neon, but yeah, it's definitely going the way of the dinosaur.
Woo. A lot of the shops used it too, and that's why some people were like, "It's a damn shame," like whether it's for the best or not. But
yeah,
it's a damn shame because you won't have that glow, that kind of warm, that ambient glow around it. You know, you can kind of get it with LEDs, but LEDs are way more front focused with their light.
They don't have a circular kind of like 360
you could
kind of
try and mimic it, but
it's not exactly the same. They're one directional in a lot of ways.
These guys just appear inside you, huh? Oh! Okay, so like they're like brain beholder, not beholder, Adam too. He fires double bullets at enemies automatically. Nice!
I'm with you, Hell. I thought about it at some point, and we've discussed it before, having a neon sign with the 10 more minutes thing. Like, that would be...
We'd have to get it custom made, and I don't know anyone who does that.
And it costs a lot of money, but it would be lit.
And it would add extra heat to this room, which already we know.
Well, we wouldn't turn it on while we're recording. That'd be dumb.
Well, we just turn it on and waste electricity while we're not in here?
Hey, I'm all about dumb purchases.
Oh, I'm gonna do.
Why do you have a sign you never turn on? Shut up.
There we go.
That's
I got an extra heart. Okay, that's cool. What, did it not eat a crystal while I did it?
Chris, there's indeed mimics sometimes. The chests give you big smooch before giving you the item in it. I'm definitely not making this up. This is indeed very true.
Sure, Jack. Oh god, it bounces off the wall.
Does anyone have anything negative about what, Fred?
About neon?
No,
don't you
neon.
dare.
Oh, Fred, it's just a lot of people didn't watch Rogue Legacy 2, and even though I really love that game, and Chris enjoyed it too.
Not a lot of people showed up for the stream, and nobody watched the VOD, so
yeah,
it was like,
so
okay,
it's
time to move on then.
Alright, like, I'm gonna play it. I'm just gonna...
Oh my god, I got so many fucking keys!
I'm gonna wait till it's fully released, because just like The Mandalorian, I don't like going week to week or month to month. I know that if I wait for a game to be fully released and play it, I'll play it all the way through. But if I play it in parts, there's a good chance I'll play a little bit of it, and then I'll stop, and then I'll forget about it. So I would rather wait. Same with The Mandalorian. I'd probably watch them and be like, that's great.
Oh no!
And then I'll just wait till there's a lot more.
I'll sack it.
It has nothing to do with the quality of what they're currently releasing, just has to do with, I know me as an individual, and me as an individual likes to consume the entire product at once, not wait in between. Yeah, I like to binge.
Yeah. Fire away at everything! I like how the enemies don't damage you by touching you, it seems like.
Yeah.
So if any of them do appear in you, or you need to run through them, because there's no like direct roll, kind of like, or dodge roll like in Enter the Gungeon. So that feels pretty good. But if they're attacks, like their wind-up attacks, like you see the bite motion, does hit you, then that does count, which makes sense. I like it though. I thought it was gonna be a game where I'm like, I get put into a corner, I'm just gonna like, what do I do? I don't have a dodge mechanic. You can just walk through them.
I also just like watching things at my own pace, and by having everything available, I get to watch things at my own pace. Whereas instead, it's a dictation of, hey, come back each week and watch it when it gets released. I'm like, how about no?
It's part of the fun if you're part of in the cultural zeitgeist.
If you have someone that you're watching it with, that's great. You know, and like you said, the cultural zeitgeist. Or you're talking
with friends about it, or
See, I don't talk to friends about TV shows.
That's part of the fun for the live watching. That's one of the big things for the live watching.
I hate live watching stuff with people.
I don't have much money. I have 3 crystals and there's a bunch of crystals. I'm just gonna unlock it, see what's inside.
Yeah, definitely 2 different approaches to people that enjoy that. I don't enjoy watching parties
Rainbow
at
gun, gunpowder plot. Oh, it's freaking the Guy Fawkes. 30. I don't have enough for it. I'll take that though. In the meantime. What is a war room? What is a war room, Blue? And what are the crystals good for? Do they activate my ability? Because I used it earlier and it didn't use up any of my... and it gave me my heart for this one gun, but it didn't actually use up any of my crystals, it felt like.
I don't know.
Some kind of. I thought the other one ate up my crystals. Maybe it's based off a gun. Maybe it's, I don't know. Like.
I would do that too, Fred.
Some active items at no cost. Okay. That's what it felt like. That makes sense then.
The last time I would actively watch shows with other people was I watched Chuck back in the day with my brother when it came on, and then my younger brother we would watch Conan usually because, you know, it was late at night and we were both up and we're just like, hey, Conan's on. That's about it.
Conan. He's the barbarian.
And then Netflix came around.
Check for white dots on crystal container. I don't know what that means. So the warm is what I call when you fill the red meter on the bottom right. Oh! Wait, why is it purple right now then? Talk, God of mobile videos. Well, we can't have any mobile videos. Don't on any of those. Get out of here, TikTok. Get out of here, Vine. Get out of here, Vine 2. Get out of here, Vine Quattro. Chris, what's Vine Quattro? I'm gonna make it at the end of the year, guys. Don't you worry. I'll handle it. I'm sure the licensing will be just fine.
It's weird though. I like watching movies with other people. I don't like watching TV shows though. Movies are fine, but I like to go with when we still went to movie theaters. I'd go watch all the Marvel movies with my dad, and that was always a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. Oh geez. Okay, I can get past him by baiting him out. Baited. When are you gonna shoot it?
Sounds like a good time, Fred.
When are you gonna shoot the friggin' thing at me? Felt like you shot a lot more last time I faced him. Oh God! There we go. So I see why they have such a short range on this thing. I wish it was a little bit longer, but I'm sure there's a power up for that. It's also not very strong, which is why I assume it said, sacrifice a little bit of firepower for heart and health and stuff. I'm dying. I'm straight up dying. Help! It's taking way too long to kill this bad boy. Whoop!
Yeah, Sam was the first enemy we ran into, Blue.
Damn it.
I'm not sure if we ran into Sung yet.
Sung? Like Samsung? Like the brand?
No, as in two different enemies.
It was a joke.
Well, no, I got it as a joke, but we haven't run into Sung. Sung is its counterpart. Yeah, we haven't run into Sung yet. That would have made more sense if they put them in the same arena.
Let's get some health. Where are you at, health? What? Oh, I went up. I gotta go up. I went down.
Oh, we played through Broforce. Jeff, go look through the list. Mike and Chris played it 3 years ago.
Yeah, we played it forever ago.
Yeah, it's
I'd like to do kind
the
of.
whole series is there. Hey, Ash.
I'd like to kind of do like a. Is there more health back there on that far right side?
Yeah, Chris probably bought me Broforce for my birthday years before we started the channel, and when we were starting the channel, I said, "Hey, you and Mike should play this. It's really good." He's like, "Oh yeah."
I haven't played it yet.
That game's awesome.
That didn't do anything, huh? Because I guess there was no heart in there. I see. So I got to actually gather the heart. I'd like to go back kind of like how Gerard does, and play some of the the classic games, some of the shorter ones
like
again,
Twitch or
type of something. Well, not for Twitch. I mean, just just like a secondary one.
Oh, okay.
Over the course of time, Broforce was always one of them that I wanted to redo again. Because it was really fun, and it's like 2 sessions.
Oh.
Like it's not long at all. That was always one. It was like, we'll just return to the classics for a month or something like that. Just do something super easy. Oh no, there's the Sprody boys. Stay back. Nice.
Yeah, Broforce was a really great game.
It was super funny too, just the way that their writing went down. We also didn't get the good ending, evidently. I didn't know there was another ending.
Huh.
But there's another ending where you. Well, maybe we didn't get the bad one. I can't remember how it went, but
I don't know. All I know is you pissed on Satan's grave.
It was the best part. Best part of the game. Not today, Satan. Broforce was fucking awesome. I'll recommend it to anyone who loves that crazy style of just anyone can pick it up, play it, type of fun ass game. Is it 4-player? I want to say it's 4-player.
I have no idea. I know it's 2-player.
Need more coins. I'm at 5 coins. That sucks.
Chat would have to let us know because I have no clue.
Yeah. I do have a grenade. Let's do.
I played it way back when it was in early access, so I never finished it, but I got through 70% of it or something.
It's pretty good. It gets to the point where it's like, okay, I've played a lot of this, but then they add some more stuff to it. I don't want to spoil
Oh
it for
yeah,
anyone.
like the game wasn't finished, which is the only reason why I never
wasn't?
finished it. No, when I first got it, it was in early access. So I played to all that I could unlock, and I was like, oh, that's really good, which is why I try and not play early access games early, because I know I'm not going to go back and finish it. I've already moved on to something else. Same thing with Darkest Dungeon. I won't play it until it's all the way out.
Mm-hmm. What is Blue saying? Do not damage the chest. Yeah, we know that. We know that one, Blue. Open the shop. You should be closer to a full wisdom. What is a full wisdom? Is that my purple meter down there?
Jeff said,
as opposed to the red one.
It's 4-player for.
I want to say it is. Oh God. Okay, so some enemies do actually have body damage.
Maybe Jack. Maybe.
God, that's a ton of money now. Well, not a ton of money, but I mean, it's a lot more money than I had. I'll have to teleport back up there and open up that shop. That was fucking fun. I loved that.
Wisdom is purple meter. Violence is red. Oh, hey,
Woo!
you killed. Yeah. Yeah, we did. I'm glad he's dead. Blue Lip. I'm glad he's dead.
Fucking
Trump baby.
Trump baby?
Yeah.
What?
That's what Blue Lip called your that politician you had hanging around with you or something.
Can I throw a grenade down? I don't think so. I also don't know how to like
It is, Jeff,
distance
but
this off.
I'm not gonna play an early access of Darkest Dungeon. That just sounds terrible, honestly.
Oh, it's also on Epic.
Yeah, it's also on Epic, which bums
Ew.
me out because it's like gross. I'll support you guys when it's on a system that I want to play it on.
Well, like we just said, or you just said,
With
you don't like
Hades,
playing
I don't like playing
fully
unfinished
released games.
I want to play the whole thing. I have no problem with companies that feel like it's the best way for their game. That's fine, but
Yeah, some games require it. We had this discussion on
but
Discord.
I've also seen, what is it? That prison simulator, like Prison Architect, where it was in early access for like 10 years. Like,
Veewo
no, thank you.
Field. That sounds tight. I might get that. I'm gonna get that. Can I pick it up?
It's
If
Blue
you're
Lip.
down at half a heart, you immediately drop a shield. Ooh, I don't know if I'm gonna be good enough to pick that up in time.
So Darkest Dungeon 2 is coming out to early access, I believe, early next year, only exclusive to the Epic Store.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I missed the teleporter.
Which, honestly, even if it was on Steam, I don't know if I was gonna play it because Rogue
Again,
Legacy.
early access.
Rogue Legacy did terrible, and I just don't think it's a good. I don't think it would be good as a Let's Play, and I don't think it would be good as a Twitch thing. I think it'd do a disservice to us eventually playing it full time. I think
I'm the best.
Rogue Legacy 2 might have done better when it was fully out. It's one of those things.
Well, we can always just play it when it gets out.
And
too,
we likely will. I bought it. But
That's what I'm saying. Like, wasn't that always the plan?
I think so, yeah.
Did that treasure chest just spit a coin out at me?
Regardless, like, I'm gonna play Darkest Dungeon 2, and I plan on playing it for the channel when
when it comes
fully out. But until then,
2025.
yeah, I get why it's a thing, and I don't mind that early access games are a thing. I'm not a fan. I get why you want to have a big giant pool
Silver.
of people to balance later, Silver. But for me, it's just more dejecting than it is encouraging when it comes to a game. It's like
Ooh, okay, kill teddy bear quick, huh?
I just want to play the game.
Oh my god. Okay, so teddy bear takes priority. Flower spits fires bullets. Okay.
But I knew they were going to be in early access for Darkest Dungeon 2 because they had an interview 6 months ago that said we're going to do early access again. It's like, all right, that's fine.
And that makes sense for that game too. If you're going to be changing things around enough, it's like, okay, I get it. Yeah.
For that type of game, it's the best.
It definitely needs balancing,
yeah.
like to be tested. Whoa, fucker!
That's why I don't mind that Rogue Legacy is early access either. It's like, yeah, for a game that big, that makes sense. I also have faith in Rogue Legacy being done within a year, or being done within a year and a half.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably a decent bet, or just shy of it, you know?
Just shy of it. And then eventually have stuff like Hollow Knight where, hey, over time, they
Extra
continue
DLCs,
to add more stuff, extra DLCs. I have full faith.
Little add-ons and stuff.
It was the same thing when Supergiant did Hades. I wasn't in love with the idea of what they did with Epic, and I wasn't in love that it was early access.
God, I got a fuck ton
but
of...
the final product's really good, and it only took them about a year and a half. It's like, if it's a year and a half, that's fine, and it depends on the studio.
Crystals.
But Darkest Dungeon 2, while I do think it's probably only going to take a year and a half, I don't know. With how big that game is, it could take longer. And if it takes longer, I would rather wait. I also want to play it on Switch
I
because
think it's worth the wait.
it's definitely worth the wait, and it's also one of those games that if we just bought it on Switch, grinding would have been a lot easier, and I wouldn't have had to commandeer the computer and sit at it for like 4 hours while Chris could be rendering.
Bomb will create an X-shaped blast. Nice.
So that's another big portion of it too. We have one computer.
Yeah.
For grinding.
There's definitely like a lot more than just play the game and buy it. Buy a whole game and play it, and if it doesn't do well, oh well. It's like go a little bit more into it than that. Like we need to think about our purchases and make sure that we're
well, it's like this. We
playing what we want, or what other people want to watch.
Exactly.
Definitely, and usually those things line up pretty great.
Yeah, you all
so
are awesome.
it's like awesome. Like no harm at all. Straight sevens.
I won't deny though. Yeah, Darkest Dungeon 2 getting announced for Epic Store as early access was a real downer. It's like, oh.
Sam woke up that day and he's like, "Fuck."
I was
just walked away and I was like, "What?"
Extremely bummed. I was just like, "Fuck, man! I wanted." God damn it!
I want to get down there, but I don't know exactly how to go to the secret stuff yet. Where do I want to go?
Yeah, I do know about that, Fred. I'm not happy about the Rocket League being only with an Epic account either. I get it. I understand it. Why developers make business decisions, but at the same time...
Oh, I don't blame them. I blame Epic.
Yeah, no, I'm really disappointed with how Epic has handled their business over the last
Chris, you play everything on Steam, and that's Monopoly. Yeah,
it's also on GOG and other consoles. And
exactly.
You can buy most of these games on other platforms
and stuff.
There's some games I'm sure you can find that are Steam exclusives, but you know which ones those are? The ones that Steam developed themselves, like Team Fortress 2.
Why did I buy a heart? Fuck.
Things.
Guess I can come back here afterwards.
But the security of it is a legitimate concern, and honestly, some of the business practices that they've done are a legitimate concern. I do think the idea of giving developers more income from their sales is great, and I like that Epic was doing that, but there's also other controversial things that I just haven't agreed with, so it makes it a weird place to be in. Like, I didn't buy Hades for PC, I bought it for Switch.
Oh, I warped to the secret? Okay, I'll do that. I'll warp to the secret. Can I warp to? Please go down. I can. Oh, I have an assumption I can only get one of these, huh?
But I don't.
I'm gonna go for the mag because I kind of like my gun now.
Yeah, I mean,
mow down, add extra bullets per shot, and increase your weapon damage. Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
That feels more your style. When it comes to Hades, I'm glad we didn't play it for the channel. Honestly, it doesn't.
A lot of roguelikes don't really play well with the channel unless that is your main thing. What up, Jay?
If we had treated it like a Breath of the Wild, it would have been good, but it would have been a terrible Let's Play. It would have been worse than Pyre.
Oh,
we would have gotten lambasted constantly for talking over the dialogue.
Oh, yeah, because it's voice acted, right?
Yeah. And you don't really start caring about the story until you've at least beat it once. So when I was first playing through the game, I was kind of like, all right, I'm speed reading the dialogue. All right, I got the info. Cool. It's well voice acted. Yeah. It's got great voice acting.
I heard a lot of people like it. There's a lot of fan art about it. So
I absolutely love that game. It's one of my favorite games I've played in a while. But at the beginning, like I don't think they do a really great job of making you care about the characters at the very beginning.
Yeah.
And even though it's well voice acted, and maybe it's me because I'm.
God, there's so many hearts and shit.
Yeah, maybe it's because I have ADD or who fucking knows. My attention.
You are Sam.
I am me. I'm a fucking contradiction.
Oh my God, there it is.
I like noir movies, but you give me dialogue in a video game, like let me get through this shit as fast as I can.
Song. There's your song.
There we go.
God of screens. Oh fuck! That doesn't. Oh, we have bought some. I recognize his spire pattern at least.
Well, I think it's the same as Sam, isn't it?
It might be.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe we didn't, but they're slightly different, right?
This
isn't on Sam's thing. Yeah.
And now we're fighting Song, so I imagine there's some difference between the two.
Oh my goodness! Oh
yeah, we
my
fought
goodness!
Sam.
Oh no! Please don't hit me.
But I think even if it had been released for Steam, I don't think we would have played Darkest Dungeon 2. I think there's too much to that game to do it as a
take a shot, rinse, repeat, greatly increase your weapon damage. Nice. Greatly increase. That helps me out a lot.
I'm gonna go slightly harder version apparently.
It really did feel like he was harder. I'm gonna go get those hearts. There we go. And I have one heart in my container, and I've got full I've got full crystals. 49.
Yeah, I
don't
mean,
think there's
Ash,
anything else.
that third party, like getting info and stuff of that nature, it's a big concern for a lot of people. And
We just voted on it as a prop for
Yeah.
California. I mean, it might have been other places too.
I mean,
but
we joke about like ads hearing us on our phones and stuff, but you know, we still care about our privacy. There's
well,
a
I won't willingly give it away unless it's
I'm
like,
not gonna
oh, I
willingly
really
give it
want to
away,
do
yeah.
this thing, and it's still like I have to sign the toss. You know?
Yeah.
Traveler hood. Travel farther than ever before. You can make an extra jump. Oh, I love it. I love the extra jumps. Give them to me.
Yeah, I can't say I'm a fan of people taking
Oh,
my
jeez.
information and selling it for money.
Oh, hell
like,
no.
Not exactly, hey, I want that money. Like, what are you doing selling my likes and stuff for money? How about I get that money?
I'm okay with like light ad tracking and stuff like to cater the experience.
Light ad tracking
you know,
to me
it's
doesn't
like
bother me that much.
I don't like getting, like, oh, hey, buy these women's tank tops. It's like, if there was something that was like, hey, look at this new whiskey out, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'd rather see that. Like, I don't need to know about cuddly socks and,
Personalized
and
ads
stuffed
don't bother
animals.
me because
Like,
if it's taking information of stuff that I viewed in my cookies, like, hey, you viewed this stuff, you might like this. I'm like, yeah, I might like that. Let me check it out.
to an extent.
To an extent.
Yes.
Yeah. But I mean, obviously, there's a very fine line to be tread with all that stuff.
Absolutely.
But yeah, in California, one of the few propositions that passed was revising the current privacy laws, I believe. I don't know the exact language.
It's a
around
lot more
internet
complicated
stuff.
than what we're exactly the most knowledgeable about.
It's one of the few propositions that passed, too.
Was it?
I think so, yeah.
I didn't track the props.
Most of our propositions did not pass. A lot of them that were rejected.
Ugh.
But a lot of the language is also poorly written for a lot of them.
It's law, yeah.
One of them that was
gross.
good, though, is they gave the right back to, I believe, prisoners to restore their right to vote.
Oh, cool. The
So-
people who were felons or prisoners prior
Yeah.
and, didn't have the ability to vote.
Right.
We
After
voted
they're
that as soon as they're released, they have the ability to vote again.
Which just makes sense.
You did your time. You get to have your rights back.
But I know the one
fuck?
about 17-year-olds who would be 18 by election didn't pass.
That didn't pass. That sucked. Yeah.
That's a bit of a bummer because like they're gonna be 18.
Oh my god!
but
Inside of me, I didn't even see the fucking crystal.
another one where I feel like the language on that is written poorly and people don't bother to take the time to actually read it. They're like, they
Well,
want to
yeah.
say like 17-year-olds allowed to vote. It's like, no.
Yeah.
Hold up a minute. Like it's
My
different.
stupid kid gets to go against Trump now? Fuck that! That kid can't even pick what we go to get dinner with.
Yeah, that kid likes to go to Sizzler. What's wrong with them?
I like
Next
Sizzler.
I do like Sizzler too.
I like Sizzler because I don't get to go. That's why I like it.
The funny thing about that too is I've
I
taught
never
more,
go, so it's like, oh, I'd kind of like that. It's shitty. It's like, yeah, but I'd go eat a McRib. Like, these are things I don't get to have. Then you have it once, and you're like, oh, never again.
Yeah. Well, kids make bad decisions because they're kids, but more and more of this young generation is way more informed than even we were at that age.
More people voted in this one than the last 120 years.
You know, I think a lot of adults discredit how intelligent kids can be and how savvy they are. Some of them make poor
I'm
life
an adult and I'm a
decisions.
fucking dum-dum. So, like...
So, but once again, languages and for propositions are half the key. Like,
oh yeah, no, they if you don't think that they're purposefully doing that to skew votes, then yeah,
for sure,
absolutely.
Like, Prop 22, horribly written.
Oh god,
Horribly
I wonder
written.
who had a hand in writing it.
Yeah, I wonder.
Possibly
or-
the people who had a hand in gaining the most from if it passes.
Yeah, maybe. What else? There was one more.
Karsa, crazy girl who throws bombs from above enemies.
The other one was controversial, which was getting rid of bail bonds, having a more.
Oh, the money system. How
Money
is that
system.
controversial? That's what we did. That's what we fundraised for.
What do you mean?
To provide money because the system was fucking fucked up and the money bail
okay.
system.
Sorry. Yeah, no, we did the bail thing.
Are those spikes?
Yeah, that one
no,
did not
I don't like
pass
that.
to have more revisions to
I
that.
really had a feeling it wouldn't.
I did too, just because, like I said, the language is confusing, and also it wasn't concrete, I think, enough for people to
Chicken head.
jump behind it. But I think also more people were just really focusing on the presidential race more
Focus
than
chicken.
anything
We're
when it came
furious
to
chicken.
this current election.
The more eggs you have, the more melee damage you do. Well, that's kind of cool. That couples up with my other melee
We could
one.
say that's easily a Hotline Miami reference, right? Probably.
The chicken head?
Maybe.
Like a neon version, maybe?
Yeah, like it's not the same colors, but
Definitely KFC. Definitely.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I mean, probably. I mean, it feels like they would be fans of it, so I don't think it's... That guy's hiding in the fucking corner.
He also looks like he's glitching.
Yeah, he's behind a pipe. I don't know if I was hitting him or if he was, like, actually impossible to kill. Is that a fucking... Ow! Okay, that didn't hurt me. Is that a fucking Harley Quinn Joker color scheme?
It kind of... Yeah.
I mean, because it's got the patchwork style coloring where it's a
definitely a Harley Quinn thing.
Yeah.
I mean, Ash, I do think certain positions, having lifetime positions is probably not the greatest thing.
We should never have lifetime positions
I'm
when
not
people
a
are
fan
living
of
to be
it.
fucking 90 plus.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it, honestly. But you know, that's one. Like, I think it was Andrew Yang that came up said it.
If you have a
or it
lifetime
was-
position, you don't have to keep trying.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Yeah.
There should always be some kind of
Checks and
recompense and
balances
checks
for
and
it.
balances and shit. Yeah.
It was either AOC or Andrew Yang. I had a point about something. It wasn't about term limits, but just about how it's on the people that write the laws to do a better job of making the language more accessible for people if they want it to actually pass. Because too often the language is written poorly and causes it to get misconstrued because most people don't take the time to do all the research. I think more and more young people are.
That's true, yeah.
But
I sure hope more and more young people are.
I really do hope that most people take this into consideration with how close things seemed at certain points during this
cool.
run.
My container contains even half a heart too. It doesn't need to be a full heart. That's
good.
awesome.
I hope people really now see with the way it took a long time for it to dole out. It's like, your vote actually does matter, you know? If everyone actually does go out and vote, like, it makes a difference. And that's the only way that we as citizens have a way to voice our opinion. So, come on, it's not that hard. It only happens once every 2 years, depending on
heat-seeking bullets at
local
enemies.
elections. You know, once every 4 years for presidential, and once every 2 years for certain Senate races.
Yup, it's 2 years. I don't know if I want to do that
It's
yet.
not that big of a deal. You can spend 2 hours of your time to do some research. There's a lot of websites that break it down in digestible language and show you where and who the money is being spent. And then from there, you just make your best decision based on your values.
Mm-hmm. I know I talked with a friend and we disagreed on some of the props, but
yeah,
it was definitely like one of those ones where I was like, oh, okay, I get it. You don't want to pay more taxes because you think that it's not a necessity thing for this.
Right.
And it's like, oh, okay, I get you.
I understand when people get that. I'm usually more pro taxes, depending on like
what it's for.
Depending on what it's going for. I don't mind paying my fair share because I'm the Leslie Knope versus the Ron Swanson when it comes to government.
Oh, God.
I guess that's the best way to put it.
We did have a prop that was like, hey, add more slush funds to our California stuff by adding more taxes.
Well,
and
that
it's
was,
like,
I believe...
But that was essentially down to the point of just being like, oh, hey, yeah, no, we don't know quite what this is going to go to yet.
Prop 15 was kind of
So there was a prop that was like, oh, you can give it to, we're going to give it to schools and we're going to give it to teachers and stuff. It's like, yes, increase my taxes for that. But the one that's like, we don't know what we're going to do with it, is like, no, then don't increase my fucking taxes.
Yeah, even the teacher one did
Upgrade your weapon,
but
increase your jump height, and increase, movement speed. Wow.
I know that more teachers were concerned. They're like,
That
hey,
feels good.
it'd be great if Prop 15 passed, but at the same time, we're so worried about distance learning, and we were so worried about just the presidential election more than anything. We're like, if it passes, whatever. Like, we're more terrified of another 4 years of what is the current administration.
I'm coming at my teachers hard, and if they need extra fucking money, I'm gonna get them extra goddamn money. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, we have a more compelling issue at the moment where it's like we're trying to deal with a dumb minority of parents in our district. We're like, send the kids back in school. We're like, that's a terrible idea. That's a fucking dumb idea. Let's not do that. And different people in the district going like,
teleported.
Maybe we bend to the whims of those people. It's like, or how about you be the adult in the room and tell them no. Just tell them no.
I don't tell my little Jimmy no. You shouldn't tell me no.
Yeah.
Little Jimmy is a little cunt. And he needs to shut the fuck up. And so do you.
I know my district is dealing with
Today,
that.
I walked right past the heart. Damn
like
it.
all of us teachers want to be back in school,
Did
but
I
it's
miss
not.
it somehow?
It's just not safe, and we're just like, it's not safe.
Oh, there
I'd
it
love
is.
to be teaching in person, but if I have to be behind plexiglass and I can't even go to my students'
Oh, what the fuck was that? Why did it hit
table, I believe it damages you because you hit the corner of it.
Did I aim too high?
So what happened is when you lobbed it up, you hit that corner.
And lobbed up. I thought it lobbed more out. Okay. Well, fuck.
Yeah, not to What's your view? I don't know if I have a great understanding of libertarianism or federalism enough to give a educated, enough to give an educated opinion on it.
Isn't libertarianism just the Republican version of Green Party? Yeah. I know that's super like the most basic version ever. Argus, Guard of Darknet.
I mean, I don't belong to any political party. I tend to vote more democratically and liberal, but I vote for whatever I feel is best for people as a whole, of all backgrounds and all nationalities.
How dare you? How dare you, sir?
If it's gonna benefit people as a whole, I'm for it. Which is why I don't belong to any party.
NPP, no party preference.
My understand of libertarianism all comes from Ron Swanson's, which is why I don't feel like I don't think I have a good enough understanding.
But Sam, you didn't let a comedy form your entire opinion.
No, I did not. I did not let a comedy show on government.
Holy hell! I got a bunch of stuff.
Tell me on what the values and views of libertarianism or like the Green Party or any of that. Because I mean, every party
upgrade your weapon, increase your movement speed slightly. Oh, I'm a fast motherfucker. Yeah. Look at me.
There's aspects of every party that you can find some value into like the ways that they go about it. But
that was the final boss.
Some sides are too extreme with both ends.
As you gradually lose consciousness, you're surrounded by warm light. As you gradually, it's doing it again. You're surrounded by warm light. Wait, why did it disappear the first time? You see it came up and then it disappeared and it came back up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Ash, I've talked about before on the channel how I grew up as a Christian, and one of the things that pushed me away and pushed my parents specifically away was a lot of in the Christian churches where they were pushing you have to vote a certain way, and my parents were like, what?
This is only the beginning. Great, you defeated the first manager. Manager? I'd like to see your next manager, please.
Karen?
Unlocking new levels and managers, but there are more challenges waiting for you. Tight. So, okay, roguelike, it keeps increasing. I get you. I'm first out of 5 wins.
Okay, and then you got to go through
and then they probably get harder. There's probably a new level, like, new target. Well done. You've unlocked a new manager and a brand new level. Okay, so instead of 5, there's going to be 6 now, and then the 6th level will be the final boss? Is that how it gets harder?
I guess so, yeah. I mean, yeah, in general, Jeff, I think that I always try and preach to my students, too, of saying, hey, educate yourselves. Look into things. Find different resources. One thing that I was always told by my history teachers, like, hey, don't just go to CNN. Don't just go to Fox, or don't go to one resource to find out your information. You need to be going to multiple sources and trying to fact check from both sides so you can get a more holistic view of, I mean, not holistic, but a more whole view on what is going on and what the current situation is.
Oh, I get the item. I just unlocked for free in my next round.
I mean,
nice.
Lily, I'm on that side too, but there is like, it's a complicated subject because like the origins of the Electoral College were to balance things, but now it does feel more imbalanced due to the way that certain states, like, they'll have one vote is not equal to different states' votes, or the fact that you look at California
souped up
has
for my next fight.
30+ million in its state, but we only have 2 senators representing us. Like, there is definitely some imbalance, and not that electoral votes haven't gone up for states as populations have gone up.
Popcorn head!
But even if, say...
Oh my god, those are awesome.
I believe it's every 700,000 to 600,000. You have to add those individuals to a state in order for it to get another electoral vote.
So the total populace?
Yeah, total populace dictates what your electoral votes are, but I believe it's somewhere in that 100,000 range.
I can't remember exactly, but that does sound familiar.
But there's something like even after you reach that certain quota of citizens, you have to then get it passed through your government in order to, like, through the state government to add more electoral votes.
Is that how it do?
Process.
Damn. I thought it was just like automatic, and it's like, well, based off of the census, then this is what you get.
There was a good video by
Like of the King.
Liberal Eagle?
King's approval.
Not Liberal
upgrade
Eagle.
your weapon and your bolt velocity.
Legal Eagle.
Legal Eagle.
Legal
yeah,
Eagle, who
he's
is
got good stuff.
He's a lawyer in California. And he was talking about the Electoral College and how, like, the benefits and the positives and what's been proposed and what hasn't been proposed on things. I do think it should just be as simple as, that must be a reference to Shield Knight in the background.
Where?
Shovel Knight, not Shield Knight.
Oh, right here. Yeah. I was
Knight.
like, where? As I'm standing right over it.
I forgot. Shield Knight's the red one. Shovel Knight's the blue one.
So wait, we got like Abe Lincoln, castle of some sort.
It's definitely not Among Us because this is way before it. Hyrule.
Like an astronaut?
I don't know. Yeah, astronaut.
I'm loving these explodey bullets. Oh my god, and they penetrate walls too?
Most, from what I understand, and most of my friends that, like, I have Canadian friends and Bermudian friends.
Exactly, Blue.
Friends from New Zealand, they go like, yeah, I don't understand your guys' election system. It should just be the popular vote. It's like, yeah, it was kind of crazy that we kind of had to still debate and still are debating who the next president is when they're up by 4 million votes. Like, it should just be that person.
Why, Crystal? Okay, so those give wisdoms. I get ya.
I think there is some benefits, not to the electoral college itself, but making sure that all voices are heard.
Ray?
But I do think that the current system we have is broken. But one thing that Legal Eagle was talking about too that was interesting was, you know, if Texas were to turn blue, which people have been talking about in the media, how true that is, you know, we don't know.
I think Austin, I think, is definitely more blue than many other parts of the more rural areas.
Right, more of that stuff is starting to change. So, you know, who knows? And they were saying that if, you know, Texas was eventually to turn blue, they'd never, and like it stayed the current way that most states are in terms of their views on either siding with the Democratic or Republican.
Can I just not get up there?
Sides. I think without a double jump you can't.
All right, fine.
They would never be able to win ever again. Like, so it may be in their best interest to eventually abolish the electoral college, because if Texas were to turn blue, there'd be no path to victory whatsoever, because then you'd have California and Texas.
Yeah. Blue wanted to... Was that a special
You'd be screwed at that point.
Whoa! Blue wanted to remind you that Among Us came out 2 years ago.
It did come out 2 years ago, so maybe it was, but it was such a niche game that I don't know that its popularity would have been seen by these developers.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it is a reference. Can my own exploding bullets hurt me? I assume so much. Ooh. Kick that back.
But I do think that through education and understanding, re-education, re-education is more important. But yeah, more education and re-education and bringing.
We need to send these people into re-education camps and schools.
Bringing things to light. You know, a lot of people can be swayed. I do think that a lot of people weren't. Talked about, and you know,
did you just make a TikTok reference?
Maybe. I mean, yeah, there's still a lot of work to be done. Like, even like it's great for the people like,
God
hey,
damn, this fucking gun wrecks with this exploding ammo.
It feels good to get a demagogue out of office, which is an amazing feeling. But you know, there's still a lot of work to be done, and the issues aren't solved, and we're dealing with, you know, a pandemic.
Lots of issues.
Yeah, we're dealing with a lot of stuff.
A lot of shit. I wonder what year it is.
Yeah, I don't envy. I don't envy the current presidency that's going in there, because they got a lot of shit to deal with.
The current presidency? The new one?
The new one. I mean, they haven't been sworn in, so I guess, you know.
Yeah, the president-elect?
The president-elect. I don't envy them.
Giant
I think
barbecue.
that they're going to put a
Add
smart
a heart container, increase your weapon damage,
them.
but reduces your rate of fire.
Yeah.
I don't know if I notice it, but okay. I'm down with that.
No, yeah, I mean, that's what I've been seeing, hell. But, you know, I don't live in Texas, so it's harder to get a pulse on, like, but...
I have a friend that... Oh, jeebers.
I mean, my brother's moving to Texas.
Well, I'm not going to go in there and grab those. Yeah, I'm just going to get hurt while I do it. Plus, I'm at full health. And from what I understood, you know, a lot of the larger areas are more
It does seem
blue.
To be that... Even in this election, the cities and the areas surrounding them.
Let's just say the more educated places.
Pretty much, yeah. The areas of like the colleges and
I'm fucking around. Somebody's gonna be like, "Well, technically, college-age people vote more Republican." It's like, okay. It's a fucking joke.
Right, but I mean, in general, like the cities tend to vote more Democratic, and even in like heavily Republican states. But you know, gerrymandering's a thing, and both parties do it. It's not one thing or the other. Just Republicans did it really, really well a couple of years ago, and it's just really one-sided in some ways. But yeah, that's why I don't belong to a political party. I vote for the one that's currently, I think, is going to best represent the views that I hold as an individual, which
of course, and that's how everyone I would think would want to vote.
I think most people are kind of getting
these
along
people
to
better
that thing.
represent me and the things that are important to me.
Yeah,
but it's against my political party. Yeah, don't toe that fucking line. Maybe it's time to vote side on that one.
Hey, I'm happy about how it's turned out and how it's going. in terms of the president-elect.
Okay,
I'm
this
definitely
is
more
hard.
on that side, but I'm also going to be someone that's going to be critical of like, hey, there's important stuff that needs to be done, like climate change, COVID, all that stuff needs to be taken care of.
Oh, I've already had some people be like, what's gonna happen when Biden does this? It's like, then I will disagree with it.
Then I'll disagree with it.
Yeah, that's not good.
But I also just at least think at the bare minimum, he's going to put people like Fauci and actually listen to their opinion, which we haven't had in 4 years. So, you know, there's at least that.
That's the boss already?
There's at least that.
I'll go into it.
It feels like I've been living in a parallel universe for a long time.
Yeah. There was a first, like, bit of normalcy for the first time in a while that I felt.
Not
like,
that the new normal, that the old normal
No,
was,
but I mean, like, it's like, oh, okay, there's hope again. Fuck,
Yeah.
this is what this felt like.
Yeah.
Cream beer adds an extra heart in a crystal container. Nice. Yeah, no, not that as normal as what we're going for.
No.
We don't want to go back to where we were. We want to fucking create
We
want to
go forward,
Yeah.
but yeah.
But I mean, like, it's like, oh, wow, no, this is what this felt like before. Like, holy shit. For a lot of people.
For a lot of people, and I felt it way more than even some people because, you know, I work with a lot of kids that are in the are considered minorities.
Fires 5 music bullets.
So for me, like, I saw it directly affect the students and the people that I worked with and stuff. So, like, it definitely had an impact yesterday when it finally looked like, hey, cool. Definitely a lot of emotion.
Oh, yeah, no, I felt,
for sure.
I felt a lot of relief.
Yeah.
You know, seeing how things were going. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I know a lot of people also felt relief, you know?
Oh, yeah.
For reasons that are way more important than my fucking, like, oh, I feel relief because now I'm, you know, I don't have to listen to that dumb head.
I mean, I felt it for my students.
And then a lot of people were like, oh, yeah, no one, also maybe some fucking shit will actually change. And I don't have to worry about getting arrested. Or I don't have to, I'm like, oh, yeah, no, that's a fucking thing. Yeah, that is the more important reason. And a lot of my students have, like, you know, family, like, they're from, you know, some have immigrants and stuff of that nature, and some have parents that are illegal immigrants. And, you know, they were constantly worried about having their parents deported and stuff like that. And getting separated from them for 500 and added into that 500 list?
Exactly. And just, you know, working with those kids and working in those schools, like, it was heartbreaking to see some of them so emotionally, like, distraught over things that they just couldn't control. And someone kind of put it like, hey, it's nice to have someone in the White House who doesn't want you kicked out and deported out of their country and actually seems to have empathy. It's a weird thing.
No.
Like, even as much as I disagreed with the Bush administration, I felt like there was at least some empathy with Bush, not with Cheney, though. That guy's a monster.
I was really worried about, like, gay marriage and stuff like that. Not as much for, like, my sister per se, because my sister is married to her lovely wife.
She's awesome.
But, you know, and they would have gone stateside in California, probably wouldn't have swapped or anything.
But
it affects a lot of people more than that.
Exactly.
But, you know, I can only speak from my personal arrangements for things, you know? So it definitely was on my idea of, like, fuck, dude, this could go real bad for a lot of people. The more coins you have, the more bullets you can shoot. Nice. So I want to be saving up money because my lucky kitty makes me shoot faster. And that one makes me shoot more bullets? Is that what it was saying? I feel like I can get OP real fast.
You make some really good points, Jeff, and you do too as well, Jack. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to be done, and there's a lot of stuff to be happening, and I just hope that whatever goes forward, whatever way the Senate rolls, I really hope we don't have another Obama administration issue like we had last time, where everything is blocked. When it's like, we really do need to take care of stuff, and if we have
this president did nothing. Nothing could get done.
I really
and also he still did a lot of shit, but yeah.
Yeah, he's still got a lot of stuff done. I do really hope that whatever happens, like with a less divisive president, and I know people are going to be extremely critical of the administration for when they do go more centrist instead of more liberal, but we're going to have to work together to get through this, whether we agree or not on everything. And I do hope that people don't get dejected by whatever happens with these 4 years and realize, like, it's going to be a hard 4 years no matter what happens. And there's going to be a lot of compromises, and there's going to be a lot of things that maybe don't change as much as you wanted them to.
I think that's pretty much a guarantee.
I think that's a guarantee, but I do hope that when it comes to elections again, people remember, like, hey, if we don't vote, remember what it was like in 2016?
It's like
to 2020?
Just don't get lazy.
Yeah, don't get lazy.
Don't get lazy
like,
with the shit.
When it comes to voting, like, hey, you're already registered.
I was hoping not to do that.
take the time to research some stuff and take the 2 hours it takes to vote. And I know obviously some people had to wait in line in certain states and it changes. We had the luxury of mail-in ballots, so it was really easy on our part.
Not everyone had the ability.
And I know not everyone had the ability, and some people had to wait in lines for hours to vote.
Yeah.
And which is shitty, and it shouldn't be that way.
So it's like voting should be easy.
People remember in 2 years, in 4 years, every 2 years, like, hey, voting matters. Get that shit done. I'm tired of people not voting and then bitching about what's happening in the country. It's like, you forfeit your right if you're not even going to use what little ability you have to dictate what's happening.
I got the apple before, but I don't remember what it did.
I think I would have been a history teacher if I wasn't an art teacher. I do like history.
I'm gonna jump up and try this one, because I haven't got it before. Add shields and increase your rate of fire. Nice, dude! Holy shit! So I'm gonna get swarmed, and the explosions are gonna kill me. That's how I'm calling it now. Oh my god.
I mean, that's part of it, 5 sets of 7, but I think that a lot of people need to come to terms with you're never going to agree with anybody, whether it's a politician or a friend or a family member. You're never going to agree with that person 100%. Me and Chris argue all the time about stupid shit.
Nope.
But at the end of the day, can you agree with 80% of what that person stands for? Can you at least think that, hey, this person has some empathy, and while they will not make everything that I agree with, is it enough that where I go, hey, they're going to represent at least the majority of what I want. This is probably the best decision. I think more people need to kind of get on board with the idea that you're never going to have a candidate that fully represents everything that you believe in, because they're politicians. They're going to compromise in areas that you would never compromise in.
Yeah.
Just like every individual has their own mind.
Oh jeez, stay away.
I would hope that, and some people don't want to ever like cross that line and be like, no, I have to toe that line. I can't ever make a compromise. Like, life is full of compromises.
Your blanket's gonna be beast, according to Lily.
Thanks, Lily. I appreciate that.
It sounds like it's gonna be tight.
Going to bed, Jay Diggity?
All right, Jay.
He was glad to have you here.
Yeah, man. Oh God.
I mean, Jeff, like, I feel like it's my responsibility when I'm educating students to just be like, hey, you need to form your own opinions on stuff.
I do that with Jen too. She's like, how are you voting on this? I'm like, well, I can tell you after you, because I've already made up my mind. So I'm like, I can tell you after you've told me how you feel about it, and then I can have a counterpoint, or be like, but did you think about this, or did you,
Well, you love playing devil's advocate too, and like, really
no, but I mean, like, if I've already made my mind.
No, yeah, not devil's advocate.
Me telling her then only helps her make up her mind or be swayed.
Right.
So I was just like,
when it comes to
how about you tell me how you feel about it, and then we can have a discussion, and maybe I'll learn something, maybe you'll learn something, maybe we'll both learn something.
Yeah.
I
mean, the biggest thing that I learned when I was in high school, which is who's my current boss now too, was like, hey, I go to the BBC half the time because it's the most bipartisan way. Back in the day, it was for like American politics. He's like, I use that as my main source, and then I look at other sources to check and see what's going on. That was my history teacher. Mr. C kind of opened up my eyes like, hey, you need to look at multiple sources, because looking at one, even if it goes with your views all the time, it's probably not the best idea to only trust that source for information.
Well, yeah, multiple sources.
Yeah.
If anyone tells you that you shouldn't have to worry about getting better educated about something or learning more about it, tell them they can go eat a dick.
I mean, I've argued with a bunch of art friends every now and then when it comes to like giving slack to different influencers. They're like, well, it's not their job. It's like, yeah, but even if they're not teachers, when you have a sway on multiple amounts of people in a large format, you have the responsibility as an individual to try and be educated on stuff you talk about, and also like keep on spreading like, hey,
nope, that didn't work.
Do your own research. Don't just take my word for it. If you're gonna make an accusation about anything or a statement on something, really have done your homework. Don't make a hot take about something that's important. Now, if it's about whether you like a game or not, like that's...
All bullets now deal electric damage.
Ow!
Ow! What was that? Why did I get fucking hurt by I pressed A to...
Yeah. In general, I want more people to take time and be reserved. It's like when we had that discussion about the Inktober stuff and for all the controversy. I'm like, hey, before we make hot takes, take your time and really research and find both sides, because too often people will find one view and be like, I agree with that. It's like Like Chris said, well, yeah, but what about this perspective on it? Did you think about that?
Yeah.
Or
Well, and that happened a lot with what she was posting too. She was like, oh, well, I read on this other thing that it was mostly or funded by this. And I was like, fucking really? Like how? Like, let me double check. Oh, that, they don't want it because of the, I see. Like, oh shit. So a couple of mine got changed as well. I was just like, oh, damn.
And I think that's where, like, when it comes to politics, where we can that's where we can find disagreements and compromise and understanding when it comes to, like, hey, I think this and this should be taxed, or this and this should be different, or we can debate on when it comes to human rights, like gay marriage and stuff of that nature, it's like, that shouldn't just be a debate. That should just be said and done. It's like, yeah, does it affect you? I don't care what other people, like, does it affect you? No? Then what do you care? As long as it's not hurting anybody, what's the problem?
Yeah.
And too often people get their own...
They get up on their own butts.
Yeah, they get up there on their butts, and they just, they get too...
Oh, God.
They feel like it's a personal attack on their way of living, when in reality, it has nothing to do with you at all.
Oh, jeez!
Yeah.
That's
kind of as
basically it.
simple as that.
That's basically it. I don't think there's anything else to it. I think it's just like, hey, don't be a dickhead.
Yeah, pretty much. That's like my golden rule is, like, just don't be a dick. Try and be nice to everybody.
It's a good rule to have.
Yeah,
unless you come into the comment sections at me, then I will fucking tear you in half.
I mean, then you forfeit your right.
You subhuman son of a bitch.
If you act like a dick, then you have the right to be treated like one.
Yeah. Oh, God. Come on. This gun is insane. But it's so insane that I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up murdering myself if I don't be careful.
I'm not sure what you're talking about, Fives. I'm sure you're having a discussion with Ash. I must have missed what the context was. Something about companies asking for certain degrees.
Certain degrees?
Hiring practices are weird. Like, they can kind of get all over. I imagine that's kind of what they're debating into.
Well, I know a lot of them ask for ridiculous degrees. It's like, oh, yeah, I want you to have a BA in science, and I want you to have a BA in programming, and then I also need you to have, 7 years experience.
A lot of
$15 an hour. It's like, are you fucking kidding?
A lot of that stuff is way over what's really necessary. I mean, my brother ran into this problem.
And again, I don't know the context of the question.
I mean, just on a tangent, my brother went to a state school, graduated, incredibly intelligent, but it wasn't until he spent one semester at standard state university, like not a state school, but like a UC, that he finally got an offer for like a big company internship. And then ever since then, he didn't even finish his PhD.
Oh,
he just got into the program.
And he was like, well, I'm only going to school to get a good job. And if I'm going to get the good job.
And then he worked for like around 10 years working for some of the biggest movie studios doing programming.
Yeah.
And then after that, now he's going for his PhD because he just wants it.
That's cool. Yeah.
It just kind of goes to show, it's like, he was still just as smart. He only spent 3 months in Kansas. Like, he didn't learn anything really that much more. And then got offered the internship to continue to go back to the Bay Area and work for some really good companies.
Yeah.
So a lot of that stuff.
My experience is a lot of like, we need you to have, oh God, these motherfuckers come at me. They're like, oh, we need you to have this much experience. Drop random shields. Okay, nice. We need you to have, this much experience in college and stuff. And I'm like, well, I don't have college. Oh, well, then you can't do it. It's like, but I have 8 years in the field.
Right.
Like, doing the exact shit you're asking me to do.
But you won't hire me.
But you won't hire me because I don't have a fucking BA of, this or that. It's like, what the fuck?
What Hell's bringing up. Yeah, a lot of workplace discrimination is an issue, and it is really unfortunate for the LGBTQ TQ community that has to deal with that bullshit. It's not fair.
It shouldn't be that way.
And it's not fair for people of color that get discriminated as well.
This motherfucker eating my hearts, not giving them back. I didn't get to read what Blueby did.
I don't know. Like, that stuff should be taken care of. That stuff should be addressed. Because it's not fair. Like, if you're able to do the job and you're just as good as any other candidate, you should be equally considered to be hired no matter what.
Yup.
And it should just be as simple as that. It shouldn't matter what your sexuality is or your preference in relationships.
We're essentially just giving people okay to be like, oh, well, if you don't agree with their lifestyle, then you get to not hire them. It's like, how is that still?
It should just be simple, hey, if you're a dick, sure, I don't want to work with you, but that should be like, once again, don't be a dick. Don't be a dick. And,
Lesson of the stream.
Yeah.
Don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick. That's kind of.
This gun is insane.
That kind of comes down
God.
to it.
I need to get heals.
Yeah, I mean, it also just depends, LJ, like, in what state. Like, certain states are much more rooted. Not that California's perfect. California has issues that just...
I think they're higher up there than most.
Yeah, like, you feel like it's not a thing in California, and then you run into it, and you realize, oh, I guess you would think we've moved past it. But, you know, even in a more... open area like such as the Bay Area, which is usually more welcoming, like there's still prejudice there for a lot of people, and
can I knock that thing down?
Part of that community. But yeah,
No.
it's really disheartening when friends and family and stuff and people that we know don't get jobs that they should have been considered for, but don't because of some bullshit reason. After our incredible current president,
I just know that I'm fucking qualified to do whatever the fuck I want now.
Apparently.
Block.
Yeah.
God of Bittercoin. Is that what it said? Oh, jeez! He's on the fucking ground! I'll never get to see what he's gonna do. Oh,
No,
God.
you
Oh,
will
God.
not.
Oh, God. No, 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 no. Don't like that. Don't like that. Please die. Okay, that was quick. Fucking melted him. I'm qualified for fucking everything. Fuck you if you think I'm not after this point, you know.
But yeah, I mean, that is one of those things, Jeff, like you can like debate on certain controls, and I want politics to go more back to that, where it's just like, hey, we're
helping people instead of hindering and removing rights and stuff from people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like we can debate on minutiae of like how much government has control on certain aspects of like we even had a thing that was about hiring practices in California that it got rejected, but I also think that a lot of the language for that wasn't written well.
That one was very confusing.
Because it wasn't very specific on what it was doing.
Yeah. It was mostly about revoking stuff, and it was like, hopefully this means, I understand it correctly. Oh, they can fail?
Yeah, apparently. I'm all for it being a more level
I
playing
can just
field.
go through them. Can I just fucking destroy everything?
You probably get better, less. You probably don't get as good rewards.
Yeah. Just by bopping it. Bop it. Bomb it. Shoot it.
No, I don't think you ever did, Ash.
What?
Something about getting opposition from people when we did a community theater production on Rent.
What?
I'm not sure the entire context.
What?
Yeah, I think that's another key to it, Jeff, is just everyone could do with being more open and understanding and willing to hear other people's viewpoints and try and come to a conversation and a discussion. But also certain things like how is certain things like, come on, we should be able to say this is human rights. This just makes sense. We don't put children in cages. Sorry.
Would be easy to say.
You think that would just be a no-brainer? Because if it was your kids and they were in cages, you would lose your shit, as you would make sense.
Not high enough. You would hope.
You would hope.
You would hope. Is that an evil Hello Kitty? To top left of center? I want it. I'm not gonna get it because the frickin' bombs.
Yeah, no, it sucks, Lily. Like it's bullshit that people get rejected for dumb reasons for jobs based on those things, like based on who you're with or who you're in a relationship or your gender.
Damn it!
Or
this is hard.
Anything that has nothing to do with the job, type of deal.
Yeah,
it doesn't have to do with the job.
This doesn't have anything to do with the job, and that's why you're neglecting it? Okay, well, I guess no matter what I had, you would say no.
Yeah.
And, I mean, not that it's a good thing, but a silver lining for that at least is, well, it's probably better you didn't get that job there because they sound like assholes to work with.
Yeah.
And I know that's not the best way to look at it, but...
I believe, Lily, in California, they don't have to give a reason either for why they don't hire.
Oh, no. Yeah, it's at will.
It's at will. Shit, yeah. So they don't have to explain why they hired or why they don't. And to some degree... And
there's double checks and balances to an extent.
Yeah,
but who knows,
Who knows, yeah. It's a complicated subject.
Yeah, and we're playing a silly game while doing it, so we're not going to be putting out the best takes. No. So if anyone's coming at us later in the comments being like, you said this and you really think you could have said it better, it's like, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We're a bunch of video game boys actively playing games and being silly and goobing it up. Like,
right, yeah.
Sorry.
There's obviously
if you want a political stream, we can do a political stream. Yeah. I just But this is kind of a little bit of both.
It's a little bit of both.
Topical
It's
too
topical,
right now,
yeah,
for
because
sure.
of what's going on.
Okay, that just exploded. So I guess after 3 tries, they just go away.
But yeah, you could always have better language and have a better approach to it. But like, obviously, the point of the stream is, hey, be more understanding of people, be more accepting of people of different backgrounds.
Or the easy rule, don't be a dick.
Yeah. It just kinda,
Like you said.
just kind of comes down to it. But like, yeah, obviously, everyone can always take issues and nitpick. Like, oh, you said it this way. It's like, yeah, I could have said it better. But you should be able to gain the
idea that
of what
they
we're
probably
going
also support
for.
this or are
Right.
okay with it because they didn't say.
Yeah.
You know, this other bad thing. There's the boss right there.
Yeah, playing Mr. President. It's whatever. I can't even tell what president they're trying to mimic. FDR, maybe.
What are you talking about?
The like presidential.
Oh,
guy
you're pointing
you
on the screen. I think you're pointing towards the.
No.
I think it's just a politician. I thought you were pointing towards chat, so I was confused on what you're pointing at.
I mean, I think it's a fine line when it comes to state and federal power. I do think that for like the reasons that we were pointing out before, if states didn't have any power, we would have had to conform to a lot of what the orange rotting orifice in the office was dictating for a lot of stuff, and we wouldn't have had the power to reject that. You know, gay marriage probably would have taken a hit in California if it wasn't for our state abilities, like to kind of fight it. So I think that there is
it's a double-edged sword.
It's a double-edged sword. Like, there's benefits and there's negatives.
Mm-hmm.
There's benefits when your state doesn't agree with the ideals of what the current federal administration says. So it gives them the power. I mean, our entire system is based on checks and balances, and just lately, because of the way that they were one party was fully in control, at least for 2 years of it, it felt like, you know, there wasn't really any checks to keep them in balance. So, you know,
it's almost like we said earlier, checks and balances.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Or, you know, at least, you know, popular if we're not going to go with checks and balances.
Yeah. Yeah. And,
I'm gonna go for
when
that.
it takes 8 states to equal up half of the population in California. Or like, you know, other stuff like that can definitely feel dejecting in ways. But I do hope
there's
that
South Dakota, there's North Dakota, there's Mid Dakota. They each need 2 votes.
Oh, of course.
You know, there's left and up Dakota.
Again, from that aspect, it can feel real disheartening. But I do hope that this election season was enough to invigorate and educate a lot of people on how much your votes actually do matter.
Damn it, I didn't want to shoot that thing.
Like when you're in a state that always votes one way, you feel like your vote can't matter. Georgia's a great example that if people go out and vote, you actually can change things.
Hopefully.
You know. Or at least like you can
until you go out and vote and the popular vote still loses and you're like, oh cool, that felt useless.
And it can feel that way, but you know, you can also make strides in like changing the way your state goes, because if more and more people vote, especially and more people get re-educated and educated on different subjects, you know, you can make a difference. And it's always bummed me out when I've heard my peers and other people of my age like, I don't vote. It's like, yeah, but you're complaining all the time about it. It's like, well, it doesn't matter. It's like, don't give me that bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. You now lost the right to complain then if you're not even willing to exercise your right.
Yeah, if you don't try, well then I don't need to hear what you say.
Yeah, your opinion already.
Well, I don't want to spend the time. Okay, that's fine. Then don't spend the time, but then also don't complain.
Yeah, also you lost your right to complain.
I mean, if you at least tried, if you're out there trying to play the game, play the sports ball, you get to, you know, relish in the victory, or at least, hey, look, America!
Mm-hmm.
Or at least just be like, yeah, we tried. We fought for what we wanted. Increase your movement speed, upgrade your weapon. Oh my god. Did it make it electric? I think it made it electric. Well, that's the crane game. I'm no good at it yet. I really want to beat this level with a super overpowered gun. Let's go for it.
I mean, Pat, that's a good point. There were still a lot of people who still didn't vote, and I think that hopefully even just seeing the way that this one played out, hopefully it's enough to start swaying people's opinions of like, hey, I should get registered. I should vote. Mm-hmm. I should voice my opinion in the one way that I'm able to as a citizen. Some countries don't have that right.
One of the most important ways to do it as a citizen. I would say.
I've always felt really strongly about it. Ever since I turned 18, I made sure that I voted right away. You know, that's something that I've always felt like, hey, if I have the ability to do it, yeah, I want to voice my opinion, whether or not.
Well, it's not like we have a
something's going on.
channel to voice opinions on or anything.
Well,
so
yeah,
this is
but
really the only chance we get
That's
to
the only
do
chance
it.
we really get.
Ooh, I got an extra thing. Is that because of Blue Boy or whatever? Well, I guess Blue Boy's gone.
That's awesome, Lily. Yeah, I mean, the first time I got to vote was back in the 2008 election. It might have been a little bit before that too.
Ooh.
I think I got to vote in one of the 2-year off ones in 2006 after I turned 18.
It's been a while to,
but I made sure-
2006.
I mean, I had to register because I had to do
because you're a male.
because I'm a man and I had to
turn 18.
when I turned 18, but I made sure in that very first I went to my local church and I voted there.
Infinite key.
I was like, yeah, went to my local polling place, which happened to be at a church.
But that was
like,
super stressful for me the first time doing it.
oh,
Like,
really?
Yeah, because I was like, wait, I've never really been in this church. Like, I don't know what the
I grew up
process
next to the
is.
church right next to it.
Like, I wasn't fully like, I didn't know how to vote on props. I didn't know if I would be voting on props. I didn't get any kind of ballot information.
I'm sure
So
I
I went
didn't
in
vote very
blind, other than just
Yeah.
like, I get to read what they put on the thing, and that's about it. Like, that was the extent of my first voting.
I'm not sure if I was able to read up on it because they've always sent out those giant
Well, I didn't
pamphlets.
get one, or
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't see it, or something happened, so I wasn't able to, other than on the spot, look it up. And I was like, no one else is taking this long, so it was super stressful for me when I had my first time voting. And after that, I was like, never again. Gotta inform myself. How do I do that? Like,
I mean,
we gotta figure that one out.
it's one of those things why it's so important. A lot of people have felt that their vote doesn't matter. So Lily, they haven't bothered to register. I mean, look at Snoop
Uh-oh.
Dogg and Shaq had
Uh-oh.
never registered, and Shaq was a military
What?
brat. Yeah, they never voted. And they're almost 50.
What about the legal? Well, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter for Snoop what the legalization of weed is, but I
Yeah.
mean, like, you wouldn't even register for that?
Yeah, I mean, what was it? 80% of the NBA players, which it's only 500 or so individuals, none of them were registered. But
None?
Not-
Of 800?
Not 800. There's like about 500 current players, and only 80% weren't registered.
Oh, that's
I
right. You
believe.
said 80%. Yeah.
But they made sure that everyone, I think they got it up to like 90% are now registered in the NBA for players. Because, if you want your opinion to matter, I think more and more people are now starting to realize, like, hey,
Hatching failed.
you want something to change? This is the system we have. It's not perfect, not by any means, but it's the only thing that we've got. And it's the only way we can actually make change. So you use it, voice your opinion, and especially now when, like,
I think
we have the internet.
incentivizing it would help out, but
Oh,
to what
yeah.
extent are you able to do that
I
legally
mean,
and
making
stuff?
it so,
Like, I
hey,
don't
you
know.
turn 18 and just everyone's registered, like most countries.
Well, yeah.
That
No,
would
but I meant
definitely
like
be a way.
incentivizing it for like, oh hey, like
Yeah.
what's his face? Ant-Man was out there giving out cookies. Like, and I don't know to what extent you're able to just do that. you
Well, I know that there is a lot of laws against like incentivizing.
Yeah, of course,
like,
and
to
to definitely
sway
follow those.
opinions. But I think one of the biggest steps that we could do is like, I mean, hey, you turn 18, you're automatically registered.
Oh crap.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
You're an American citizen. You're 18
Well,
years old.
It's also like
Bam.
make it a special fucking day to go do
Yeah.
it. Make it incentivize it by being like, hey, yeah, your employer should have to cover some of your time.
Oh
or,
yeah,
or
it should be-
something, like
Voting
that.
day should just be national holidays.
Right?
Everyone has the day
if
off.
they're not gonna fucking make it a national holiday,
Just
then
make
it
it
should
national
be some
holiday.
kind of incentive to be like, oh wait, I can get off if I just go to the fucking poll and you know,
Yeah.
Pokemon Go.
I mean, yeah, there was still a lot of people that didn't vote, but it was still it's the largest voting turnout that has
120
been
years.
in 120 years. So
Yeah.
hopefully we can keep that momentum going.
It's kind of sad because you're like, well, what was our population 120 years ago? We couldn't even fucking.
Well, I think it
God
was.
damn it.
I think it was like movies where it's like it carries on, like it looks at like percentages, like the percent of people that voted, to who are registered, type of deal.
I get you. Okay. Well, that's pretty awesome. 120 years. That's good to see. I like that. I like that Biden fucking broke Obama's
Record.
for
Yeah.
most popular vote. I thought that was pretty tight.
That was pretty cool. I mean, yeah, high school government teachers play a big role in that too, like getting people to get registered and
Each time
reminding
you
them,
use
like,
a key, your weapon damage will reduce. No.
it's one thing that we talked about as a staff.
Wait, I didn't read the first part.
Yeah, I don't know what it does.
Fuck.
either.
Can I read it?
Probably in like the start menu.
Fuck. What was it? Each
It's
time you
not
pick up a
that.
key, your weapon damage will increase. Each time you use a key, it'll reduce. Oh, I didn't like that because I have an infinite key right now. Ah, fuck. Okay. Well, I won't open up the bottom one down there that I was going to open. Son of a gun.
I mean, yeah, we talked about as teachers, like, regardless of how it was around Wednesday, we're like,
just
well, regardless of how
damage?
the election
Just
turned
damage.
out, one way or the other, it's like we need to continue to do our work of like, hey,
Oh, yeah.
educating kids.
Oh, yeah.
Things are changing. Kids are becoming more and more aware too of how politics are because they have access to it. You know, it's on their phones. They're seeing it. They're educating themselves. They're getting savvy on what's going on in the world and how it affects them.
Is that a Black Panther beast amulet? I don't know. I don't want to spend too much of my money, but I am going to spend it on some things. Raw power can reduce the rate of fire, but greatly increase your weapon damage. Oh my god, I didn't want that, but okay. Is there a way to get rid of items? I know there's a way to block items with the new update, but...
That's funny, hell. When USPS was on the line, SWs? I'm not sure what the abbreviations were. Trading lewds and nudes for people who bought stamps / other post offices.
Well, that's tight.
Sex workers. Okay.
Oh, that's right.
Items to fund them.
Argus. So this is the old final boss.
Yeah.
Let's see if this changes.
I mean, even though we complained about USPS messing with our packages a month ago, they're a very important
Oh
thing.
no, I can still again.
Yeah.
I can still find, flaws
Faults.
in anything.
Yeah.
You know. Take that, Buckaroony. He done. He dead. Is this a sprouting Tobe beef? It's like a sprouting beef. The best beef ever. Add a heart container. Nice.
I'm with you, Ash. Like I said, there's a lot of things, but I think a lot of people need to prepare themselves for, hey, it's going to be a tumultuous 4 years. A lot of stuff that we would like to see is probably still going to get hampered, but we need to take this momentum of what happened and be like, cool, see what happens when we all went out and vote, see what we got accomplished. That's a good first step.
Let's keep it up.
First female vice president. Would have been great a couple years ago probably to have a female president. Yeah, seeing as how these last 4 years panned out, yeah, would have been way better, and I voted for her. But it didn't happen. But we should relish in what happened now, but also take into consideration of like, hey, everything's probably not going to go perfectly.
He's still attacking me.
But let's take that momentum, and when it's time to vote again, or when it's time that we can do something to exercise our power and, spread out good information, do that.
Did it drop 2 items and I had to choose between the 2 of them? That's what it felt like it did. Oh god, please no. Please no.
I think that's part of it, Hell, and I do think a lot of it is, what happened with the Black Lives Matter movement made a lot of impact too on what is on the voting. I think without that, I don't know if we have Biden as president-elect. I don't know if it wasn't for what happened.
I can safely say probably not.
Probably not, honestly. Like,
considering that most of the voting stuff and everything that came out of this was an effort of a lot of the African American community. Let's see, temporarily increase your weapon damage.
The people of color that came out to voice their opinion were crucial in this election. And it goes to show, like, hey,
which one was
this is why voting matters. I know it's easy to feel disheartened when it feels like nothing is changing, but if we don't act and we don't get people registered that we know, then nothing will ever change.
On death? When the pet dies? Okay.
As you can tell, I'm a teacher.
I see now.
Yeah, it all makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of it is just that they have a lot more writing on it too. So it's like, well, they have a lot to gain and a lot to try and be informed on as best they can, because it affects them a lot more generally than it does some of us more privileged people.
No, for sure. And just on another note, you're never gonna, when you do vote on stuff, you're never gonna know every aspect of everything. All you can really try and do is do your best to educate yourself and try and make as informed of a decision as you can.
Oh yeah, like I said earlier, for anyone who wasn't here earlier, anyone who wants to tell you don't get informed is a fucking idiot and is against you. Absolutely. Or they fear whatever you're going to get educated about.
Yeah, don't be ignorant. Learn to find resources and learn information. It's as simple as that.
Educate yourself. There is. Stupid robo.
Anyone that tells you not to
that's my buddy.
Educate yourself on something is it's ridiculous. No, always try and find ways to educate yourself better. We're constantly learning. You should always be striving to be a better version of yourself.
I want to. Nice, I did it. I was like, I want to get over here and hit this thing.
So off topic, that's fine. We've been kind of exhausting it anyways, but Jack is saying, very off topic, but I wanted your input just in case you had any ideas I haven't thought of. I'm thinking of working on
jeez.
a PowerPoint for funsies. I don't fully know what to do as the topic though. I have ideas such as Pikmin 2, Lisa, and trying to explain Dark Souls.
Trying to explain
lore.
Dark Souls sounds like it might be a little confusing. Have you done PowerPoint before?
Yeah, that I do not understand / made up.
Is this an effort to learn PowerPoint?
Yeah,
Because if so, a little simpler first, you know. But I'd say Pikmin sounds cool. You know, just baseline. PowerPoint takes like a reader, right?
That's awesome, Pat. I'm glad you fought to get that second ballot.
Oh yeah, Pat was really going for that too because they lost it, right? Right, Pat?
That sucks.
That fucking sucks. And she got it in time. She's in a swing state too, Pennsylvania.
That's awesome. Hey.
Hey. What?
Well, just because like Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay.
Through.
I was like, what happened in chat? I'm looking at the screen. I can't do anything.
A lot of my art buddies were like getting Philly cheesesteaks in celebration. They're like,
that's
hey,
cool.
let's go.
That's awesome.
I wanted one, but I was like, I don't want to go. That's not good for me. I probably shouldn't have it right now.
Oh.
I do love Philly cheesesteaks.
Do I get the stick or the wind chime thing? Ooh.
That's crazy, Pat.
You're wasting my meter by spending crystals with a full meter? Oh, is that what brings it up? Okay, didn't know that. I'm gonna go with the stick. Magic wand. Oh, I can read them too. Paper windmills.
That's part of it, Jeff.
I'm gonna go with paper windmills.
Yeah. All the
increases your rate of fire and weapon damage.
Yeah, there were a lot of great SpongeBob
because that's
memes
not
too.
fast enough already.
A lot of Patrick with his pet rock and the what was
it's
it?
okay, buddy. You go when you feel like it.
You feel like
you
it.
count when you feel like it. Oh my god.
Someone made an interesting point, like Nevada just didn't want to be the one to blame.
That's I had a
So
strong
they're just
feeling
like,
they were like, yeah, let's hold up on this.
Let's just wait. They're like, we know what the results are, but like, hey, let's let Pennsylvania take the bullet because that'll be fine.
Oh geez, fucking ground out from underneath me. Yeah, just walk that way, bud. Just walk right into the explosions. Good job.
I mean, Pikmin 2 would be fun. I'm not sure what the topic you're going to be discussing in it, Jack, is, but I think if you want to learn PowerPoint, just starting with a simple subject.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a lot
into.
of Pikmin art assets and stuff out there you can add into your PowerPoint and everything, you know? That's a big thing of PowerPoints. They're boring unless you add all the clip art.
So 5 sets, I don't know if they were. I haven't learned if Nevada was being sued for going so slow, but a lot of the problem with a lot of the voting
How would they be sued for going so slow, though?
Yeah, it's dumb. Really what it comes down to is a lot of states had certain laws that allow them not to start counting until after election day.
Oh.
So a lot of those mail-in ballots
Damn
weren't
it.
allowed to be counted until after the whole thing happened, which is why you saw in a lot of different swing states the votes counting in over time. It's like, why is this taking so long? Well, it's always taken that
Night,
long.
Lynn.
Good night, Lynn.
It's taken a lot longer too in the past as well. Like it's not.
Yeah.
This isn't. It's never done on the first night.
It's never done. It's just usually it's swung enough in whatever state for us to have an idea of like,
that,
hey, we kind of know, like based on projections. Like right now, it's still just projections. There's going to be legal stuff happening, but
it's counted as many times as you want.
Yeah, it is what it is. I mean,
heat-seeking rocket. Oh,
even when we had
there's a chance I'll fire a heat-seeking rocket. Okay. Oh my god, that chance is greatly increased with the fire rate.
Yeah. When Bush and Gore had
Look at that.
That is really good.
Oh my god, I'm gonna melt this boss if I don't die instantly.
When Bush and Gore had their thing, when it got down to around 500 ballots back in 2004,
didn't mean to do that.
I believe. Or was it 2000? Was it 2000 for the Bush Gore? I'm not sure which one it was, but
it's been a while.
Whenever it was that, it was the Florida. We were really young at the time. It got down to 500 votes, and really they only found, I think, around 1,500 votes or so. So whenever recounts happen,
they're in the thousands.
They're in
like
the thousands,
barely, right?
And most of the leads that Biden has now are like in the tens of thousands for a lot of those states.
Murked him.
In the states where, Trump won,
Pain drop,
he has thousands of votes either. So it's like those ones aren't going to change either.
I don't think my rate of fire goes any faster than this.
Yeah. It's kind of, it is what it is at this point. It's safe to say, like, hey, we know now. Like,
Yeah.
he's gonna whine and kick and scream like a
I mean, he's gonna do that anyway.
toddler. He was gonna do that anyways.
Yeah.
Even if he had somehow won, he would have done that.
Grab it. Oh no, stay back, Mr. Bear. Can I just do this and fire the homing missiles at him?
Well,
I
that's
can.
part of it too. Like, legally, he has to end up paying for it. He can't take that out of a campaign fund, so they're actually trying to find funding
Fuck
for
if,
his
fuck if
bullshit
you won't,
suits.
he won't try.
Yeah, he won't. He'll definitely try.
Oh, I love the Four Seasons landscaping business. That shit was fucking incredible.
That was hilarious.
Oh,
that
come on.
was
Oh,
that
no,
was
no.
only something that would happen to that current administration. Like, Jesus.
I would hope so. Should I go right for the boss or should I play through the level, guys? I'm gonna take a sip of my drink. Don't go right for the boss. Get the item? Okay.
Okay.
I'll go for it. I'll go for it. I just didn't know if this level was super deadly, and if it was like, oh, you found the boss already? Go for him. You'll kill him right away. It's like, okay, well then, yeah.
I mean, you can tell how politics are swinging just when influencers and stuff are like, yeah, I'm not going to stop sharing my opinion more. I'm going to talk politics because this is down to human rights shit. Like, this is
I
important.
love the people who are like, don't talk politics, just play the game. Don't
Sorry.
comment on my channel.
Don't.
Get fucked.
Yeah. If you couldn't already tell where our politics stood to begin with,
Oh, I blew
don't
it
know
up on
what
the
to tell
first
you.
try? That sucks. I don't want to be spending all my coins or my keys because I know they're not the best.
Like, there's certain topics we won't get to that we're not educated on, but on things that we feel strongly about, why wouldn't we talk? When we are educated on it and we know enough
God damn
about
it.
to
Got
voice
hurt.
an opinion, yeah, we're going to voice an opinion on it.
Or especially if I have a strong opinion about it just in
Yeah.
general, like whether it's wrong or right or according to your beliefs, you know, it's like if
Right.
I feel strongly about it, I should have the right to say it, and it's America, you know. So long as, again, not a human rights violation or being hateful or,
Yeah.
you know.
There's a distinct. There's
Obviously,
a
I'm not
distinction
just saying
between
like
them.
you should be able to say whatever you want. 'Cause that's not,
That's not
you
how
know,
it
that's not
works.
cool.
Yeah.
I do think there should be retribution for people who go out and regularly fucking slander and say terrible shit.
Yeah, if
and,
you're
and,
lying
and
all the time
willfully
on
just try
media.
and hurt people, you know, and cause harm or dog whistle or anything like that. It's like, yeah, there should be some kind of recompense.
I mean, that's part of it too, Fred. But I do hope that as in general, I do hope that people are more
I have stuffed 29 fucking grenades.
more aware and more active in politics, and they don't allow themselves to get lazy and just go like, "Oh, cool,
Hopefully,
we did
yeah.
it." It's
We
like,
did it. We won. We saved America. It's like, no, this is an active fucking thing, guys.
yeah, this is the beginning of a marathon. We just started the first leg of a marathon, and it's probably like a 20K. Like, get ready.
It feels good being the winner, but you can't call as when you're winning, as we found out.
Yeah.
You can't call it when
Apparently.
we found when that happens. We got baby alien X.
Yeah. Even when your own news network that was supporting him was just like, they called it too. You stooge.
Oh yeah. Oh whoa! Don't bite me. Don't biteys. No biteys. Where you at? Where you? Oh fuck! I didn't even see them on the ground. I was
Yeah.
too busy looking towards the purple guy.
Yeah, Jack, like, I don't like talking about it all the time either, but at certain points, you know, when it's pertinent, yeah, I like to...
Just post election.
Yeah, just post-election, or when something important that we feel about is coming up, yeah, we'll talk about it.
Absolutely. Oh, how do I get in there? Can I bounce? I can bounce. I can bounce. I can bounce. I can bounce. Oh fuck!
You're binging Pokemon Sword and Shield. Yeah. Those legendaries are cool.
Yeah, they are pretty tight. I liked that Lucidon. What's the blue dog thing? The blue dog beast that we got.
Suicine.
Suicine. There we go.
Like,
Yeah.
I can't remember how it's pronounced. My student says it differently too.
Suicine.
Suicine. I don't know.
Please,
I don't-
please don't. No.
Whatever,
Please don't,
it's
no.
the legendary dog from the blue one from Pokemon Crystal and from Pokemon
Yeah, no, throw
Gold and
spears.
Silver.
It was in one of the more recent Pokemon episodes, like yesterday's or something like that.
No, that makes sense.
Oh man, I'm getting hurt more than I'm getting anything done at this rate. I might just go straight for that damn boss.
I mean, that makes sense, Fred. I mean, if you're not an American citizen, your opinion on it is going to be less
Yeah.
charged, I guess, is the best way to put it.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. But also, hey, what happens in other countries, especially the larger ones, affects everybody.
Yup.
You know, what happens in China affects people in America, whether they want to believe it or not. What happens in
What happens in China
Europe,
sometimes affects all of the world,
Yeah, well,
whether
that
you
too.
believe it or not. Night, LJ.
We live in a global economy. We live in a global world. What other people do in other parts of the world does, despite what our last presidency thought, it does affect all of us.
Yeah,
You know,
so it's important to know what's going on in
it's
other countries
important
to the best
to-
of your ability, too.
Yeah, it's important to work together with other countries if you can on certain things, but you know, that's weird.
It's almost like we all
Cooperation.
live in this bitch together.
Yeah, we only have one world.
Emerald bracelet, welding mask. Welding mask might give me armor, so I'm gonna try that. Extra keys when you get hurt by an explosion. Okay, well that wasn't what I thought it was.
Night, LJ. Thanks,
Damn.
LJ. It was good talking.
Yeah, good talk, guys. Let's go for this boss before I end up killing myself.
Yeah, that'll probably be the end of the stream tonight. We've
Oh,
been,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
booking
This'll-
it for a bit.
We'll be going for that final boss, and that final boss will be all ready.
We've done
did
what?
I get the item? Is that what it's called? The item right there? Is that what you wanted? Because, I mean, there's these other chests here too, but that's the fight room. But I think the fight room's really gonna fucking hurt me. That is the item room. Okay, well I'm going right for the boss then. I'm pretty low on health, and I definitely want to get to it. Oh, God of Mickey knees. Ah! Oh no! Don't do that! Don't. What is this? What is this? Is the fucking floor going away? Oh, Jesus, dude.
You only got half a heart.
Yeah, 1.5. What the fuck is?
You almost got him.
Nope, I'm dead.
Just as it died.
Yep. Oh, guess I'm so good I got that fucking item.
I mean, I'd be interested in watching that, Lily. But you'd have to link it on Discord or something, because I don't know what the name of that documentary is. But that'd be fun to watch.
Find stones with colored marks and blast them open to earn your prize. Okay, that's pretty cool. Rabbit ears, you wouldn't wear them if they weren't useful, and these also let you make an extra jump. Also, they're like super cute. I'm gonna do this because this feels like it'll help me get through some things if I have extra bombs and grenades and stuff. Well, this is gonna be a process, you guys. We'll come back next Sunday.
Yeah,
To
thanks
see how
for
much
chilling
farther
out
we
with us,
get.
everybody.
I think we
Probably
really
won't be
got-
talking about politics that time, but
No,
who knows? Unless
no.
something crazy happens.
Well, episode 1, we got to drive everyone away, and then
Oh, yeah,
episode,
no.
and then episode 2 and 3, and then everything.
Didn't we
It'll be
cover that
good.
nobody watches the VODs? We're fine.
Yeah, which is why I mentioned the. How come nobody was on the stream and nobody watches the VODs?
Hey.
What were you guys voting for?
We didn't do it till like we were an hour and a half in, so like they're gonna have to really watch that video to get to politic talk.
Oh man. Well, love you guys. Thank you all for being here. This was
Yep.
fun. We'll be back next Sunday with this and what moved to Spelunky 2 moved to Thursdays.
Yeah.
No more Death Road to Canada for a while. It's going on break. We had 25 streams on that thing.
That's a
so
lot.
That's quite a bit. So thank you everybody who's been here. Oh, Fred, thank you for the cord.
Thank
I
you,
just saw
Fred.
the 100 cord. Thank you, dude.
Sounds good, Lily. Thank you.
God, I didn't see it. Unless we got some new follows today. I think we're 2 or 3 follows away from 500.
That's crazy.
So thank you guys for that milestone if it happens before next stream. Love you guys. Art stream when, Sam?
Well, my schedule started to free up, so I can start fitting some in.
Norse God, give us a follow. Thank you, Norse God.
I don't have a for sure date, but yeah, we can do one soon.
Old Jeffy.
We'll maybe try and get a couple in. We'll like alternate on Thursdays or something like and figure something out.
I'm cool with getting up a Thursday.
Yeah, you've been
Oh, no,
streaming a
cat
lot.
broke.
I'm sure you could use a break.
I could use a break to also work on Jen's car.
Yeah, no, that's the thing too. So if you want to take off well, obviously you're going to be doing Spelunky this Thursday, but I could always do one this Thursday. I don't think I have anything going on.
We'll post it up on the Discord.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Killa5, thank you for the hundo. Much appreciated, dude.
Yes, thank you for everyone that donated and all that other good stuff.
Art race time will be, or art stream time will be posted up on the Discord.
Yeah.
See you guys later. Love you. I'll tell Jen you said hi. Bye,
Peace.
guys. Beep, bop, boo.